Step right up, just cost a dime. Sir, you never seen anything quite like this before.
I thought that would make a lot of snap.
Why?
I don't know. I'm wearing my bunny eyes. Oh, yes.
Welcome to the show. It only costs a dime.
Yeah.
All day was Ballyhoo yesterday.
Oh, yeah, of course.
It's just a Ballyhoo day.
What was
I'm glad you turned us on to Ballyhoo. I mean, there's a lot of James Dolan and the JD straight shots.
Yeah, it's a deep catalog.
Yeah, it is a deep catalog, and I thought we had seen the worst of the worst, but yesterday was a big, big Ballyhoo day for me.
Yeah. I watched it I didn't watch yesterday, but I've watched quite a few times.
You have.
Also, the church. How's the church song? Better get
to church.
Yeah, that was in my head all day, too. I can't believe I forgot it.
Did you put your hand in your pocket? That's probably why.
Yeah, that's my one complaint about the video is his hands are in his pockets.
That's the only one.
Yeah, I like the song.
No, okay. It's a good song, good tune.
The song is good. Yeah, the
singing's good.
Yeah, and she's great. And it's just if his hands weren't in his pockets, I wouldn't mind the video. Just you should remove his hands from his pockets.
I feel like these James Dolan songs should be a much bigger story. Anytime that anybody on the news interviews him or anytime anything comes up about him, there should be something in the background. By the way, this is his band.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when you're putting out that product, you can't be upset about fans heckling you. You know, if you're going to go as far as to say, okay, I'm a rich guy, which means I can just decide I'm going to be a rock star now, you can't be mad when a fan heckles you. It's not.
Well, the music is what makes you a rock star, not the money.
No, you're right. You're right. But if you're going to make yourself public and you're that bad at music and you're going to make yourself public for music, criticism is part of the game, no?
Well, yeah. I don't know if he's complaining about criticism of the music.
He'd be open to criticism of the music, you think?
I'm sure. I mean, it's part of being a performer.
Do you think he's a millionaire or a billionaire first, a businessman first, or an artist first?
He's a bluesman.
He is a bluesman. He was described, however, as a cosplay bluesman.
Well, that was very rude.
That was.
Times. Just because you have money doesn't mean that you don't understand struggles.
No, you're right. I mean, people with money have major struggles, too. Sometimes it's more difficult to be rich than it is to be poor, I think.
Well, yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes, I mean, people don't know the rich guy blues are real. When you're just a billionaire white guy who owns basketball, all kinds of sports teams and arenas, sometimes there's a lot to have the blues about still.
I'll tell you, though.
Especially if you haven't been to church lately.
Well, that's why you better get there.
You got to.
What's harder is a guy like me, who makes a decent living.
Right.
But certainly can't afford to do whatever he wants. But I have a lot of friends who can.
Well, you know what? Perspective is important, isn't it?
It sure is.
When you look and you go, I could have the perspective of me as a young man, looking at me now and going like, wow, that's amazing. But instead you end up with the perspective of you looking at your peers and going, oh, that's what you can do? That's how far you can go?
No, listen, I told you I don't check a lot of app mentions.
Yeah.
But Tony in St. Louis wants to slam me for my tweet yesterday,
Good.
So I'll take my app mention right here.
I'm glad. There it is.
Hello, Tony.
Tony, what's going on?
Hi, Tony.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Yeah, I woke up at about 4:30 this morning. I saw Jim tweeted.
What did you tweet?
He never really... well, I clicked the link without looking at what it was, and it was the fucking Roepers theme song.
I forgot I did that.
Yeah, well, Chip's already tortured everybody in my house, and now the fucking Roper theme song that just drills into my fucking brain. I just wanted to say thank you for that lovely tweet.
Oh, thank you. I totally forgot I did that. I don't know why I was I watched the opening scene. I had this desire to watch the Roepers yesterday. I didn't. I just flipped around a little.
Yeah, but I get where this would be a misleading tweet. Go back to the tweet. It says, the theme song remastered as demanded by the fans, and then a YouTube link. That's all it says. So I would assume that fans of the show would probably sit there and go, oh, there's a new version of the Jim and Sam Show theme song. I want to hear. Maybe the Faceplants did it. Maybe another band covered it.
Sure, maybe JD and the Straight Shot did it.
Could be a JD and the Straight Shot version. And then, Rob, why don't you play exactly what this remastered theme song is?
Sounds good. It's not the crisp.
This is the Roepers thing.
I recently heard the old Opie and Anthony clip when this got introduced on the show again, like reintroduced, like we talked about it. and how it just kept playing through the whole show, and the opening, wah, 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 wah,
It's
wah.
such an annoying song.
It made me laugh so fucking hard.
But it is one of those things where people who click that link will be like our friend that just called in and be walking around the house all day going, womp, womp,
You can't not.
womp, womp. And then they'll go, your loved ones will go, what are you humming? What is that? And you have to go, it's the the Roepers, the 1970s spin-off to Three's Company. No. It's the theme song to that.
for that show.
It's the theme song to the Roepers.
Look up Stanley Roper. I'll tell you, I watched a clip called Stanley Roper's Smile last night. It brought me joy.
What are you doing?
That's what I do in under video, sweetest.
I mean, that's what you did last night. You were like, "Oh, good."
30 seconds.
Let me just surf YouTube for Stanley Roper's Smile.
I know.
Stanley, you've been lying around all morning, and you promised me that you'd paint the outside of the building today.
Well, the day's not over.
Yeah, but you've been promising all year.
Well, the year's not over.
How long can you stand to look at something so faded and drab?
He's looking at his wife.
Yeah.
I don't know. How long have we been married?
That's horrible.
Smile rules.
That's horrible. He goes, I don't know. He's looking at his wife. They're completely in the scene, and he's looking at his wife, and then he goes, I don't know. How long have we been married? And then for some reason, he completely shifts his focus. He looks directly at the camera. And he just smiles. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, you didn't know Mr. Roper's smile? It's the best
He
thing.
used to smile at the camera?
Yes, that was what he did.
Why?
Because he's Stanley Roper.
He's not. He's smiling at the camera, and you go, "Oh, okay, this is a show. He's not a real person."
No, it's so funny. That was what he would do.
So he'd just walk around breaking the fourth wall.
Occasionally, not every scene, but when he would do like a cheesy joke, he would just do like a dumb little.
He'd just smile at the camera.
Find another video. You
Rob,
look all photos.
didn't you think that was creepy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It doesn't make any sense to do on a TV show.
Why break the...
No, it makes...
What are you doing, Rob? You're panicking.
He is. He's panicking a little bit. So were you specifically looking up, I want to find scenes where Stanley Roper is smiling at the camera?
No, I just looked up Mr. Roper, but I wanted to see. Here's one. It's 20 seconds. Let's see. When he smiles.
Make mine a scotch.
Don't you ever think about me?
Yeah, but I came here to forget my trouble.
Oh, that's the worst. I can't do it. That's the worst thing I've ever seen. Why would anybody do that?
He's the greatest.
That's the worst decision any television show's ever made. Except for Louis C.K. on Lucky Louie casting his neighbor. Everything else, that's the worst decision.
Rick Shapiro, come on.
No, I love Rick.
Oh, you like Mike Haggerty?
No, Mike was great.
Oh, Laura Keitlinger was dynamite.
She was awesome.
Jerry Minor, what are you going to say?
The
He
best.
was no good?
No, he was the best.
Pam Adlon stunk?
Pam Adlon is obviously incredible.
I was shit.
I know.
Oh. You don't like his...
No, that's the worst thing I ever saw on television.
Travis, were you familiar with that?
No.
You didn't know Mr. Roper's smile?
No.
New generation?
I'm not a Gen Xer like you.
Oh, my God.
I didn't watch the Roepers.
I watched some Three's Company reruns when I was a kid. I never remember him doing that on Three's Company.
How about you at home?
No.
Two's Company.
This is amazing.
This is the way. Yeah, it's the
Find another example, Rob, before I fire you.
Okay.
like it feels like a parody. Like this can't be real.
No, he did this.
So the way it works is
He looks at the camera and just kind of gives
It's like
cheesy.
the opposite of Debbie Downer.
yeah, exactly. He's there with his wife. They're going back and forth. He does a joke that everybody sees coming, by the way.
Yes, of course.
Everybody sees coming. And then when the laugh track is on, or the studio audience, he looks directly at the camera. And then just does this really creepy, slow smile that looks like something out of the music video for Black Hole Sun.
It's the best. Here he goes.
Well, that's... Okay,
Oh, no, go back. Did we just...
And I was the only one able to figure it out. You won't believe this.
No, it's only when he insults Helen.
They were using...
Okay, well, then, that's not going to work at all. Clear, Rob, it's only when he insults his wife.
Yes. Stanley Roper smile.
Okay, yeah, try that one, unless it's the same...
It's the same one. It's the same one.
Okay, that's the same clip. This
can
is the
tell by
weirdest
the
thing
cell
I've
phone.
ever seen.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, this looks like a montage.
You must have been getting undressed.
Well, see, that's okay, because he's not looking directly at camera.
Sometimes it's smaller.
To where?
Oh, are you coming too?
What the fuck does he do? Who is he looking at? Who is he looking at? He turns his head and looks in a different direction.
He just would look off camera or look at...
Oh, look at me. It's your mother.
So is he looking at the audience?
He might be.
This seems like stuff you weren't supposed to leave in on the show.
Yeah, but they did.
Why?
Because he's Stanley Roper. That's what he does. He's a charmer.
It completely takes you out of the show.
No. Puts me right in there. I feel like I'm on the chair next to him.
It's very unnatural.
It's so unnatural.
So
It's
you guys
just-
don't know what smiles are.
It's a reminder. It's a reminder that, hey, by the way, you're just watching a TV show. This is not real life.
A little bit. Let's see the next one.
Okay.
Pain?
No, we didn't talk about you.
Why does he do that? He looks down.
Yeah, he doesn't always do it.
It's a weird
Sometimes
thing.
it's a very subtle smile.
Dude, I believe that. What's the actor's name who played Mr. Roper?
Norman Fell.
Okay. I believe this. I wish he had. I believe
He
this.
did.
Good.
Audra Lindley.
What?
That's who she is.
Oh.
Helen Roper.
I
Jeffrey
be-
Tambor was in that show.
This had to be Norman Fell's decision, right?
Pat McCormick played his wife.
Do you think that this is just something that he decided to do?
Norman Fell brought this to the table.
And were people just
They went crazy. The whole fucking country was on Norman Fell crazy.
but they didn't want to upset him? First of all, how long did this show last?
Three's Company was on for a while.
I didn't ask Three's Company.
Well, that's where this is all from.
No, we're looking for the clips from the Roepers.
They're from Three's Company. These are all from Mr. Roper's. They're all from episodes of Three's Company.
I don't remember him ever smiling at the camera in Three's Company.
Go to Three's Company, Mr. Roper, right now, or I'll have you replaced.
But the Roepers was not a popular show.
No, I think the last 2 seasons.
Oh, okay. That's longer than I thought.
Yeah, when he thought that. Yeah, see, these are all from Three's Company.
I thought they were
I don't even know if he did this.
On the Roepers?
No. I don't know if he smiled like that.
I don't think he smiled like that on Three's Company.
Oh my God, of course
He did?
100%.
At the camera?
Of course, that's where
so
it's from.
fucking weird.
He did it a little smaller. Like, let's see what he. Yeah,
It's such a weird thing. It seems like something that clearly should have been cut out of the show.
No, should have been featured more.
Like, it's this thing where he's acknowledging the audience, and you go, "Oh, okay, this is just for the people
There he goes, the
who
button.
actually went to the TV taping."
Mr. Roper's. Go to the. You missed one, Rob. Go back.
Oh.
Mr. Roper's breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah, there it is.
There you go. Is that the same one? That's the 31.
In Three's
second.
Company. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. It is. We just saw that.
Lying around all
We just-
I wanna
morning.
watch it
You
again.
promised me that you'd paint the
All right.
outside of the building today.
Well, the day's not over.
Yeah, but you've been
It's so
promising
weird.
all year.
Well, the year's not over.
How long can you stand to look at something so faded and drab?
I don't know. How long have we been married?
The camera zooms in on his face.
The best.
So that was happening on Three's Company. This wasn't even.
Of course it was.
I thought this was a weird thing that they did on the Roepers.
No, it's from Three's Company.
Three's Company is like a classic TV
It got him
show.
a spin-off. That smile
my
got
God.
him. All Helen wanted to do is take some fucking Stanley dick. All Helen wanted to do is fuck. That's it. She wanted Stanley to fucking put his dick in her, and he wouldn't. And the problem with the joke, I mean, the writing was a little on the note. Like when she said, "How long can you look at something so drab and withered?" He just looked. They should have left it there.
Of course, but
then
instead-
again, how long we've been married? Did he get a big laugh?
Well, because he made the joke that everybody was thinking of,
Sure.
and then he looked at the camera. At
best.
that point, Helen should have been like, "Hey, Mr. Roper, whatever your first name is,
Stanley.
Hey, Stanley, who the fuck are you looking at?
Hey, Stanley.
Who the hell are you smiling at, Stanley?" Like in that scene in the Truman Show, when Truman finally looks at his wife and he goes, "Who you talking to? Who you talking to?"
I never saw that.
It's great. It's one of the great Jim Carrey movies. But she's sitting there doing like an advertisement for a Ginsu knife in the middle of an argument, and he's starting to realize that there's something up, and he just looks at her and he's like, "Who you talking to? Who are you talking to? What are you doing?" Because he realizes he's on TV. I feel like Helen should have been like, "Why are you smiling at that lens right now, Stanley?" I'm starting to feel like they're filming us.
Yeah, I've never seen the Truman Show.
It's very good. Oh my
It
God,
is.
it's great.
Is it?
Yeah. You have to see it.
I mean, it's no Roepers, but
I'm sure it's
Yeah.
not. And I'm sure Jim Carrey would agree.
Travis, you've seen
Get
Three's
Jim
Company.
Carrey on the phone.
Could you do that? Have Reed do it.
Hang on.
You've
Yeah.
you've seen Three's Company before, Travis.
Yes.
Did you remember this ever happening?
No.
You're probably a big Don Knotts fan. I like Mr. Furley.
Oh, was he the one that replaced the Roepers?
Yes. No, he replaced. Yes, you did.
You think I was just so caught up in the whole Don Knotts
Of
fandom?
course you were.
I like Mr.
Any
Furley.
type of what you saw as a sequel to the Andy Griffith Show, like a fool. Hot Lead and Cold Feet is your favorite movie?
No, I don't remember the smile, but it is one of my favorite things.
Isn't it great?
It's crazy.
Immediately. I love it.
By the way, the
So
Roepers,
goddamn creepy.
The Roepers was ranked number 2 on Time Magazine's top 10 worst television spinoffs of all time.
Well, let me see. The first one has to be Aftermash.
I never even knew that was a thing until you started bringing it up.
I
and
think it lasted 3 episodes.
It's so weird that it was called After MASH.
Well, they didn't even get. They got Father Mulcahy. They got fucking Harry Potter. Fucking
Time Magazine, Rob.
Harry Morgan, who played the Colonel Potter, and then they got Jamie Farr, who played Klinger, and William Christopher played Father Mulcahy. They didn't get Alan Alda. They didn't get Mike Farrell. They didn't get fucking.
Yeah, you're right. After MASH is
Loretta
number 1.
Swit. Yeah, it had to be.
After MASH sounds like the name of the Chris Hardwick interview show that comes on.
Yeah,
After MASH.
Oh man, a man called Hawk. Oh, it's about Iraq. What did they say about Aftermash? I remember when that came on, and then we saw who was going to be on. We were like, oh fuck.
The Korean War had ended, but the creators of the hit show MASH, one of the most successful television shows of all time, just couldn't walk away. Like the Grey's Anatomy spinoff Private Practice, whose second season premieres. This was done in 2008. After MASH took a main character out of a high-pressure medical situation and placed that person into a significantly less vital setting. Yanked from the cauldron of war, Colonel Potter, Sergeant Klinger, and Father Mulcahy, who you just brought up, end up at a veterans hospital. Scintillating. A well-received first season was followed up by a disastrous second one when After MASH was replaced by the A-Team. Then it was canceled.
Oh, wait, they did a whole first season. I didn't realize. Okay, for some reason I thought it was only.
I'm sure there was just so much loyalty to
the
anything
show.
MASH related that people would tune in. Plus, that was when you had 5 channels.
And you'd also have guest spots. So they were probably hoping that they would get Alan Alda. They were probably hoping that they would get someone else. Oh, he's in Crabapple Cove. But,
Yeah.
Nope.
There was a spinoff called The Brady Brides.
Yes.
I vaguely remember that.
That was in like
Sure.
the 80s.
Starring Robert Reed.
That's right.
It lasted 10 episodes.
It was much, much later. It was years later. Everybody was adults.
And they were all married.
Actually, it was the Brady Child Brides. It starred Cindy, and it happened 1 year after the show originally
He was about
aired.
Oliver being sent to Afghanistan for Bachabazi. I remember that show. It was not good.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
because they
there's
tried
some
all
bad
kinds of stuff with the
spinoffs.
Brady Bunch. They did like the Brady Bunch variety show,
Yeah.
where they had a different Jan.
That's
Remember
right.
that? They got the entire cast.
Eve Plum wouldn't do it.
No, except Eve Plum, who, by the way, popped up on a couple episodes of Crashing this season.
Oh, did she?
Yes.
How's she look?
I mean, she looks older, but she doesn't look bad.
Yeah.
You know, she looks like an old woman with a smart haircut, but she doesn't look.
Oh, I guess she is older. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the Brady Bunch went into the Brady Brides.
How much pussy do you think? And we've talked to
Robert Reed got very little.
Very little. He probably threw it all.
little.
Yuck, too. Yuck,
I don't
too.
like this.
We talked to fucking Greg. What's his real name? Brad Williams. Is it Brad? No, that's
Brad Williams is a tiny little comedian.
No,
Barry Williams.
Barry Williams.
Barry Williams. Yeah.
How much pussy was he getting back in those days?
Barry Williams?
I mean, come on.
Oh my God, nonstop. And I'll bet Peter too.
Oh,
Peter Brady.
Yep.
Remember he ended up marrying that crazy model, and they did the reality show together.
I don't remember that. Wait,
Yeah, they were on Surreal Life together
The kid's real name was Mike Lookin. What was his name? Peter. We had him in.
way back in the day. Yeah, I don't remember what Peter Brady's
Christopher
Knight. Yeah, Christopher Knight had a resurgence in the reality TV show era because he
That's
was
right.
on Surreal Life with one of those models. He ended up marrying her, and they did a reality show about their crazy life, but it was a little too crazy for him, I think.
And they broke up.
Yeah, they did.
Was it a crazy life though, or no?
Yeah, she's kind of like out of her mind, and he was just this old man trying to keep up with her.
Oh, it was a big age difference, I guess. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But I mean, how are you going to turn that down?
Come on.
You know,
How many years did it last?
I don't know.
It lasted a few years.
Yeah, it did. It wasn't like 6 months.
Yeah.
She was hot.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, it was called The Surreal Life.
Well, the show was the Surreal Life, and then the spin-off was just their reality show.
Weren't they both in studio?
Maybe.
On Opie and Anthony?
2003 to 2006.
The Surreal Life was the reality show where they brought in celebrities and just had them live in a house together.
Right.
That's where like Flava Flav had his resurgence. They did the same thing with Flava Flav. He met
Don't
Bridget
pronounce his
Nielsen.
name like that.
That was
That's how
really
you.
annoying.
What am I?
Flava Flav.
Flava Flav.
Yeah.
How would you pronounce it?
Flava
Flava
Flav. You put your
No.
inflection in
Flava
the Flav. Flava Flav.
The wrong.
Your
wrong
inflection.
syllable.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh. Yeah. He was on the show with Brigitte Nielsen.
Brigitte Nielsen.
You can pronounce words however you want.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Okay, Brigitte Nielsen.
And they ended up doing their Strangelove or whatever it was reality show together, and that also led to Flavor of Love.
That's right.
That's when VH1 was hardcore in the reality show business, where they would try to get one standout. They'd do the Surreal Life. They'd figure out who the standout was and just try to milk them for as many years as possible.
Are they doing more of those, or they stopped?
No.
Why'd they stop? Did they run out of steam? Or?
Well, now they're even smarter because I'm sure it's way cheaper. They do reality shows with no celebrities. They have like I think this show is called Black Ink Crew, which I watched that. And
are they tattoo artists?
Yeah. And that's a good one. But they make celebrities out of these people in situations on reality shows and just do like just make it really, really, really dramatic.
I guess so, right?
Really dramatic. So over the top dramatic. Like every single episode, this one's breaking up with this one, and there's fights, and there's everything. It's great. I watch Black Ink Crew all the time.
You do.
I do. But that's where they've shifted. And they'll do like Love and Hip Hop is a big one. And that's where they get like rappers and their wives, and they're doing a show, but it's not the upper echelon of rappers. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's the and then they make celebrities out of the people on the shows. But yeah, like now everybody from Black Ink Crew is a big star.
They are.
Yeah, because they've gone through 7 seasons, I think.
I mean, you look at the Real Housewives of whatever.
Exactly.
It's the same thing.
Exactly. That's the model that I think everybody borrowed from, is Andy Cohen doing those housewife shows.
Sure.
And now everybody on the housewife shows is a celebrity. They don't need to hire celebrities to do these shows. They just get people who are, rich and beautiful or whatever. Just
want to be famous.
Something attractive about them and want to be famous badly enough that they'll make fools of themselves.
And there's also probably this thing where celebrities are probably more careful publicly now, as time has gone on, a little more careful than non-celebrities are.
Maybe, but I bet you could find washed up celebrities that'll do just about anything.
You could.
I bet you can find celebrities. Like, I bet if they wanted to make a reality show out of that guy working at Trader Joe's, he would have done it.
Yeah.
The Trader Joe show or whatever. Yeah.
I would do a reality show.
Would you?
Yeah, but a karate expert that travels from town to town helping like people who are getting bullied.
Who would be the karate expert?
I'd find someone.
So what would you do?
Drive them around, encourage them to do good things.
Hi-ya!
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's a pretty good idea.
Kurt in Canada is incorrect. I think he's fucking with us.
Okay,
hey,
let's go to Kurt. What's up, bud?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good.
I'm just calling that there was a spin-off of MASH. I believe it was called Trapper John MD.
Oh, you're right. He played Trapper John was done. Wayne Rogers played him. Did he play him on the actual on that show as well? I know he played him in MASH.
Yeah, our research says there were actually 3 spin-offs to MASH.
Trapper John McIntyre. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Pernell Roberts played him in right. He was Wayne Rogers on MASH. Pernell Roberts in the series. That's right. That was about him.
And there was also a show called Walter with stars in it the way MASH had stars in it.
Geez, Trapper John was on for 4 seasons.
But it wasn't funny.
No, I don't know, man. Why are you being so critical?
No, it wasn't a comedy. It was a drama.
Oh.
It was like Quincy being an Odd Couple spinoff.
Quincy was hilarious.
Who was Walter about?
Walter was about this guy, I think his name was...
Gary Berghoff.
Yeah, Gary was his name. Walter was about a guy named Gary.
Wait. Oh, my God. Gary Berghoff was in that?
He played Radar O'Reilly.
I did not realize that was about him.
He had his own show.
Oh, Bill Bixby was the director, which shame on us for not knowing. Can we see a little bit of that? I had no idea. And MASH ended in 1983, so that was the year after. I want to see the pilot. I've never seen this. St. Louis, 1954.
Walter. It's like MASH, except Walter.
Starring Gary Berghoff. Wow.
So much for Good Morning St. Louis. And here's today's chuckle from the Western White House in Palm Springs.
This show sucks.
So far, not good.
And comedian Bob Hope heat up for a round of golf.
If I were going to do a show like this, it wouldn't be called Walter. It'd be called Jeff.
G. No, J.
He's a Democrat.
Well, of course, yeah.
Saw my last picture.
I was supposed to see it for a second.
You already watched it for a second. It sucks.
We'll be on in a second.
We haven't got time, Wendell. We're on the 10 o'clock shift.
Hey, big deal. How often we get to see ourselves on television?
I don't want to see myself.
Why not?
I'm not very interesting. Not the dashing type.
Yeah, well, I am interesting. And reeking with dash.
Oh my God! Turn it
Shit's
off.
funny. No, it is. There's radar.
Big deal. He
How do I
sucks.
look? Like a rookie? I hope not.
Hey, not bad for off the rack.
Yeah? Yeah. Come on in here.
Did you like his reeking of dash?
Reeking of dash. That was the big joke. That was we gotta start with some joke that's gonna bring everybody in. How about reeking of dash?
It's great.
Horrible.
Hell, a taper in here.
I know. I'm going to watch the whole thing.
Of course you are. This is what you'll do tonight. Let's go to Eric in Louisiana. What's up, Eric? Eric.
Hey, what about Facts of Life?
What was the spinoff?
Well, Facts of Life was a spinoff. Facts of Life was a spinoff from
Different Strokes.
Different Strokes, because Mrs. Garrett.
Yes, she played a hooker that was rescued by Conrad Bain.
I think that's right.
Yeah, yes, she was.
Thank you, Eric. Yeah, I mean, spinoffs I think work when it's not so on the nose, in the sense that, Mrs. Garrett, but it's not like Facts of Life was the Mrs. Garrett show.
Do you know which spinoffs work when they're about little peripheral characters? Like Maude was a spinoff of All in the Family, because she would pop in and be funny. Mrs. Garrett was on Different Strokes, but they weren't the featured giant characters that the MASH cast. Because when you see a featured giant character without the rest of the cast, you're like, what the fuck is this?
That's what happened to Joey on Friends.
Right.
That was
Well,
like, that's the modern day bomb of a spinoff.
Because you don't have everyone around him. But when you have a
And we've
peripheral
already sucked
character,
the juice out of this character, right? Yeah.
A peripheral character, you can kind of go in any direction you want because there hasn't been that much information.
Better Call Saul.
Right. Exactly.
There you go.
There's just you just look at a character and go, there's potential there. I don't know what it is. And honestly, the storylines in Better Call Saul, there's no room for them in Breaking Bad. You couldn't couldn't do what you could do in Better Call Saul. Same thing with Facts of Life. Nobody cares. Oh, you know what Mrs. Garrett does when she's not, at the Drummond's house? Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
See, I pitched a Facts of Life spinoff recently, and they've shot it down.
Okay, you wanted to go revisit the Facts of Life universe.
Starring Natalie, where she makes cake fart videos.
It's a modern take because it involves the internet.
Absolutely, yeah.
Is it a network sitcom?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. You didn't try streaming?
I didn't even think of that. I had the pilot. They said it was too long.
How long was it?
200 pages.
Oh, my God.
Just cake
farts.
Now, Facts of Life actually ended in 1988, which is, by my math,
31 years.
68 years ago. Were you thinking that you would use Mindy Cohn again?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, yeah.
100%.
So this is not what she did immediately after Facts of Life. This is 30 years later, she's now making cake fart videos.
Yeah, I was going to have it where she went out and she became an abortion doctor, and they got caught up in a scandal.
What was the scandal?
She was aborting them too late.
How late?
8 3/4 months. She was a real left winger, and then she made cake fart videos.
So they would come in and say, I need an abortion, and she'd go come back in about 8 months?
Yeah, or she wouldn't even ask the medical history.
Mm-hmm.
She would just tell them, all right, sit back. She'd reach her hand there and fish around.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, she looks like, I'm looking at photos now, and I'm like, I'd like to see her on a series doing cake fart video.
Oh, she would rule.
She'd be great at it. I think she'd be really, really something special.
Me too. I haven't. Lisa Welcher just got pitched, by the way. She's out doing press. I don't know what for.
Who's Lisa Welcher?
She played Blair.
Ah, I see.
Who was the sex symbol.
I don't want her in studio unless she's bringing her cousin.
Jerry?
Yeah, if she's bringing Jerry with her, then I'll do it. But
she never went on to do a whole, she was so hot. She never did a whole lot.
She did not.
After that, maybe you just get caught up being Blair.
Let's
see her Twitter.
I was a Joe person. I like the tomboy.
I like Joe too. Nancy McKean was very cute.
Nancy McKean.
Yeah.
The Facts of Life. That's when sitcoms really had some power. You know what I mean? Even big sitcoms now, everybody's talking about how did the last episode of the stupid what's the nerd show? You know what I'm talking about.
Big Bang Theory?
Yeah, did that happen or is it
No, No, I'm pretty sure that's in May, like it always says.
Oh, okay, because they were talking about that on the radio the other day.
Yeah.
Kelly Cuoco was talking about saying goodbye to her character. But even that, I mean, the last episode of The Big Bang Theory is a big television event, but it's not on the level of the juice that these sitcoms had.
No,
Seinfeld was the last one like that.
Yes.
I think that's right.
You're probably right.
Yeah, Seinfeld probably was.
And that's not to say it can't be done again, but in today's environment,
It's a lot more difficult.
Everything's just so segmented.
Well, maybe on network TV, but the last Breaking Bad was fucking massive. That was bigger.
Not ratings-wise. Ratings-wise, it was just a few million people. That was never a huge show.
That's true. Yeah.
Right, it was just a talked-about show.
Okay, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because actors liked it and would talk about it.
Game of Thrones might be.
Not on that one. No, but you're right. It will be big, but not on the level.
It's because it's on HBO.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll watch Game of Thrones.
Home box office, as Reed told us.
Now, Reed, that is interesting.
I just found that out yesterday.
I actually thought it was for Bo. I had no idea. It stood for something.
Yeah, I thought because the original guy was actually Jeff Habo, who founded HBO. So
yeah.
I thought that's who it was named after.
He didn't know what WHT meant.
What does WHT stand for?
I'm not telling you.
Okay.
Travis?
WHT?
Oh, fuck you guys. Wameco Home Theater.
What?
What is that?
WHT was before HBO. My friend Bill D'Angelo had it.
This is more Gen X talk.
First of all,
Bill
D'Angelo's mom and dad ruled. They had it, and it was a weird thing. I don't remember. Can you go to WHT? It was a weird. It was like. It was a box you would have to turn physically, and then you would watch the movie.
Bill D'Angelo's house.
WHT, and that was where I saw my first rated R movie, which was The Hills Have Eyes, and it fucking horrified. Oh my god, yeah.
So Wametco Home Theater was a channel.
Yeah, go back to the beginning.
Wametco Home Theater was a channel that played movies.
It wasn't a channel; it was a separate service. It was like it came in a box.
It was a pay TV service in New York City, in the New York City area.
Is that it?
Yeah.
But you needed a box for it.
Oh yeah,
you needed hardware.
Yeah, it wasn't everywhere, huh?
That was before VCRs.
Initially, subscribers paid $15 for a set-top descrambling box that allowed subscribers to view Channel 68's scrambled television signals.
Bro, you get black boxes.
The service was similar to HBO home box office, but how's it pronounced?
Wametco.
A Wametco executive told New York Times that WHT was more likely to select films with a particular interest to the New York City area.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay, let's see the commercial because it seemed I didn't know HBO was around first. I guess it was.
If you're nuts about movies,
it's Woody Allen.
You'll be nuts about WHT, the movie network. Every month, mystery, action.
I love old announcers.
Movies on TV, uncut and uninterrupted.
It really is amazing. The idea that, and this is even recently, if you wanted to watch movies, you just would watch what was on TV. Like, this is just a movie channel. There will be movies, so I'd like to watch a movie. Even when I was a kid, I remember, Friday night at 8, HBO is going to premiere whatever the new movie is. You got to watch it. But I can't. The only idiot I know that still watches movies on TV now is motherless Travis.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Bro, it's such a good surprise to see a great movie. You know, it was on Ovation last night.
What is Ovation?
It's just a channel. I don't know. I was flipping through. You know what was on?
What?
It certainly wasn't you. It certainly wasn't you getting an ovation.
Not at all.
So
he thought it was a standing ovation, but it was really an exit.
So Ovation, does it have commercials?
Yeah.
Ovation.
That's a bummer.
Is it edited? Like, are the cusses taken out?
I don't know. I was watching that thing you do. There's not much editing in that.
So you will watch a movie with commercials?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what you're doing, Travis.
Sometimes TV movies are okay, or
Sometimes
they used to be.
It's just easy. Sometimes it's like, oh yeah, okay, I'll put this on.
There's literally nothing easier than watching movies right now. It's a remote. Everything is there. You don't even have to put a tape in the VCR.
Right, I know, but it feels like an investment sometimes when you are specifically turning on Apple TV
to
and
watch
saying,
a movie.
I am putting this movie on. It's much easier for me to watch that thing you do if I pop in 30 minutes after it started and it's just there.
Well, that's why Netflix is so great because you'll go to see continue watching and you're like 4 different things. You're going through Goodfellas again and you're like watching 10 minutes of it, but fuck it, I'll watch it. I just love Goodfellas.
Yeah.
But I feel like if I'm putting a movie on, then I'm watching that movie.
So you guys don't realize, like, when you back then, the idea of watching a real movie in your house with cursing
is an event.
It was fucking. You couldn't believe it. You couldn't believe that you were seeing Jaws in your house and they were showing the whole thing without a commercial.
Yeah, there's violence and cursing on my television.
Crazy.
It's incredible.
But I remember, what was it, that Channel 11 movie or whatever?
Oh yeah,
yeah, that was the best.
Would they do them on like Saturday afternoons or Sunday afternoons?
Exactly, and you always got excited when they said, and now the conclusion.
Oh, right.
Because you knew there wasn't going to be any more commercials.
Right. Yeah, they would.
The conclusion. And Dan in Boston, I did know this, but I didn't say it.
What's Reed doing in there? They're just chatting it up with Andrew? The phones are ringing.
I'll go answer them. Reed went to go get Jim's breakfast.
Attaboy, Reed. Good boy.
What's up? What's up, Dan?
Hey, good morning, fellas. Gary Berghoff, who played Radar O'Reilly on MASH, had a baby arm. And during the filming of MASH, or just the hand, I don't know, but he always carried a clipboard.
Oh my God!
To hide it.
That's right.
And it didn't come out till, or I guess people just didn't notice it until later.
You'd always see his fingers wrapped around the clipboard. There's a screen cap of his baby hand.
It's a full-size hand. The hand itself is full-size, but the fingers are baby fingers on a man's hand. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Always
he should not have had a
clipboard.
career in show business.
No.
Like Vienna sausage fingers, it's just creepy.
First, but they're skinny. They're like misshapen Vienna sausages. Thank you, buddy.
Poor Radar.
Yeah, poor Radar is right. And Rob, you have no right to ill Radar when you know what's hiding in those horrible shoes. Okay, you know the atrocities that are attached to your ankles.
Yeah, but those are like stumps.
Do you not have web toes?
I do.
Come on now, boy, confess. Oh God, yes, I did. Paul in Chicago. Yay,
Paul.
I did forget.
Yeah, hey guys, that's right, Jim. Remember the old show? I guess if I remember, he also was attached to MASH. He died, I guess, like in a helicopter crash.
Yeah, but it was not a spinoff. He was Henry Blake on MASH, and he was Larry in Hello, Larry.
Larry, correct. Yeah, but that was a spinoff from Different Strokes.
Oh, was it? Did he play? Was he Mr. Drummond's friend or something?
He was a friend. He thought that he thought his friend was banging his chick.
Oh wait,
he sort of got a little jealous of him. I think he thought he was hitting on her or something.
Hello,
and then
Larry
he got like his own show in Seattle.
Sometimes
like a radio show.
Sometimes referred to as a spin-off of Different Strokes. In actuality, it was conceived as a series in its own right. After struggling to gain ratings, NBC rescheduled it to appear immediately following Different Strokes and incorporated into the show's plot that Larry and Philip Drummond were old Army buddies. So what they did was they wanted the TV show to have some buzz. So they put the character from Hello, Larry onto Different Strokes to familiarize the audience with Hello, Larry.
And then they had Philip Drummond, his company, buy the company that owned Larry's radio station so they could have crossover episode. Boy, TV really shoehorned and fucking, they did some cheesy shit.
Well, yeah, and they actually went for stuff. They said, this is the show that we're going with, so we're going to try some things here. It was far less disposable. They said, if we're going to make the investment, we're going to have to move things around. We're going to have to combine things, whatever we have to do.
Yeah. Well, it finished 3rd out of 3, so.
It's last.
That's what I'm saying.
That would be last.
Poorly written, unfunny sitcom. The show was not helped by it was ridiculed from Johnny Carson in his Tonight Show monologue.
That's a bummer, huh?
He would ridicule Hello, Larry.
Travis, how come I can't pick up line 1?
Operator error.
Let's go to Glenn on Long Island. What's up, Glenn?
I have no idea.
Good morning, guys.
Hello.
What's up,
How
bud?
about the Brady Bunch? Hazel.
What's Hazel?
Hazel came off the Brady Bunch. She had her own show, the maid.
That's Alice.
Hazel?
Alice? Oh.
Hazel, you fool. It's Alice.
You thought the Brady Bunch's maid was
God
named Hazel?
damn you, Glenn.
What the hell are you talking about, Glenn?
Hazel.
They should have had a spin-off. Marsha. How many spin-offs they could have had with that mess of a family?
Hazel. This is what you can't move on from that, Glenn. You can't come on here and call the maid from the Brady Bunch Hazel and then think you're going to just move on.
I had 1 cup of coffee already.
All right.
Hazel.
Yeah, Alice. That's right. You're right.
Yes,
I know that.
Go to the videos. Is there a video of Alice?
Thank you. Alice got a spin-off.
Well, she was the salty one.
She was beloved.
Yeah.
She was banging Sam the Butcher.
Boy, was she.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she was a crazy giver of rim jobs.
Hey, let me get an order of tube steak.
Yeah, Alice was a rimmer.
You think so?
Yep.
Ann B. Davis, huh?
She just died a few years ago. She was old.
That's too bad. That's too bad.
Oh, fuck her.
You think she was still good to go up until the end of her life?
Yeah. She was 88. 88.
88 and still...
3-holer till the end. That's what it says on her headstone.
What a terrible way to be remembered.
What an odd choice for the family to make.
Yeah, they were all proud of her.
Well, Anne was a beloved member of our family. She loved taking it in every orifice.
Yes, right.
One of her favorite hobbies was gangbang.
That's right. She was never closed, if you know what we mean.
Like, her kids are just sitting there in horror and shock at this funeral while the rest of her family is just talking about what a sex addict she was.
Yeah.
All right, Andrew in North Carolina. What's up, Andrew?
Hey guys, three-holer. Anyway, yeah, a good show that had was a spinoff of a semi-main character was Frasier. I mean, it literally stayed on longer than Cheers. I think it was 11 seasons. And then there's all the Lear shows that had successful spinoffs, like Good Times and The Jeffersons were both spinoffs.
That's right.
Of, All in the Family. And they had pretty, featured characters that I wouldn't say were, background people. The profile of Lionel and Archie being friends and everything, and then him being, of course, a central character on The Jeffersons. But, there's some shows that work. I think it's all about the writing. Like Norman Lear, to me, proved that you can have a successful spinoff with some semi-main characters and some pop-in guests like, Maude.
Yeah, and the Jeffersons. Thank you. Yeah, they were the...
Well, I think that the key is, if you're going to do a successful spinoff, by the end of the first season, you kind of have to forget that it's a spinoff.
That's right. Yeah.
Like Frasier,
I forgot Good Times was.
Right, exactly. Frasier, it's more trivia that's a spinoff of Cheers. You don't think of it as a spinoff.
That's right.
You think of it as its own show.
What spinoff of Cheers do you think was more successful, Frasier or the Tortellis?
The Tortellis was huge.
Can you guys remind me of the Tortellis?
Okay, the Tortellis was about the not-so-happy home life of Carla's ex.
Okay. I am unfortunately not as familiar with the Tortellis as I want to be. I'm embarrassed. I am a TV aficionado. How long did the Tortellis run? Was it many, many seasons?
Rob, you got that up there?
Let's see. It says...
yeah, Rob, stop enjoying the program.
No, we had it,
Rob's
Rob.
just watching
Go back.
some old Tortellis.
It said...
what else is new?
That's not good.
The first episode was January 21st, 1987. And the last episode was May 12th, 1987. Yeah, okay. It did make it 13 episodes.
It aired, wow.
Yeah, and I mean, to go from January to May, that's 5 months.
Let's see the opening. I
mean,
never
they didn't
heard
even
the
get
Tortellis.
Rhea Perlman on.
They did not get Rhea Perlman?
No, it was just about her ex-husband.
Okay.
Oh, that guy. I've seen him in a minute.
He's in everything.
He's the dad in Clueless.
He is the dad in Clueless.
And from the Tortellis.
Obviously.
Dan Hedaya?
It's a jacket, according to who?
Next, Nicholas Tortelli.
It doesn't look good.
Nicholas Tortelli is walking through smoke. It looks like maybe heaven?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Charlene Watkins. Wow.
Excuse me. Am I dead?
Yes.
Wow. One minute you're on a bus on your way to Vegas, the next minute you're dead?
Nicholas Tortelli.
I can't do it.
It's great.
This is horrible. Isn't it amazing what they used to do on television?
And what's funny is the laugh track behind it.
Yeah.
Like, no one's laughing.
That's not funny.
One minute you're on the bus, the next minute you're dead?
That's not funny.
No, it's not. It's not a good one.
He's doing a stupid voice. It's like, that's not a funny joke.
Yeah. When are you on the bus, the next minute you're dead? Terrible joke.
Eric in Virginia. What's up, Eric?
Hey, fellas. One people forget about is that Family Matters is a spinoff of Perfect Strangers. The mom was the elevator operator in Cousin Larry's office.
That's crazy. I guess I kind of might have known that, but I did forget that too.
I didn't know that.
And did Family Matters spawn any spinoffs?
We're talking about spinoffs.
Mark Normand is here. We just
Frasier, the all-time.
We already talked about that, bro.
Uh-oh. What about Rhoda?
I forgot Rhoda was the Mary Tyler Moore show.
You got that right.
That's right. That's right.
Lou Grant was a show off that too, wasn't it?
Really?
Wasn't Lou Grant a show, but it was more of a drama about a newsman?
I think that's a person.
No, it was, but I thought it might be a show as well. I could be incorrect.
Okay.
Tough to say.
We were just reminded that Family Matters was technically a spinoff of Perfect Strangers.
Whoa, the mom.
The mom.
Harriet.
Yes,
The
Harriet.
elevator cunt.
Yes, that's
Look
it.
at that.
You got it right, Mark.
My parents didn't love me. It was all TV.
Lots of TV.
How about the show Dream On? I used to jerk off to that.
Did you?
Remember Dream On?
No.
Vaguely.
I jerked off to the song.
Aerosmith. Yeah, it was a hot show. It was like a sexy HBO show before those were big.
HBO.
I remember when I would watch Monday Night Raw, and it would be on USA from 9 to 10.
Yeah.
And they would always have very salacious commercials because at 10 p.m. Silk Stockings would come on.
Oh,
what was that?
Stay tuned for Silk Stockings, and you see a leg. You just see the leg with a silk stocking being pulled up. Yeah.
If the tattooed DJ guy was here, we could play a clip. You got to see just the intro was so hot.
Silk Stockings.
Look up Silk Stockings intro.
Yes. Oh, it was
Luke
so
Grant.
sexy.
Yeah, I'd get very excited by the commercials for it.
Completely.
Yeah.
I remember USA Up all night.
With Rhonda Shear?
Yes, she was a comedian.
That's where I'd watch all the trauma movies, like Toxic Avenger and Class of Nukem High. And,
Right,
yeah.
right.
This is the intro to Silk Stockings.
This and Baywatch, I was set.
Even the music is like porn music.
Yeah, completely. This is Krusty Sock TV.
Look at that. That guy with his abs and his pecs and a chick is feeling him.
Hold on.
What was
Jim.
this about?
It's just about, like, you know,
What was it
fucking,
about?
sucking, you know, stuff like that.
Look at that hot thing.
Look at that silk stocking being put on that leg. Oh, my God.
There's a boot scene where a woman walks by in boots. It's really
Oh,
something.
you guys, how do you jerk off to this?
When you're 11
There it
years
is.
old?
Look
Oh,
at that.
my God.
Her hiney was fat, yeah.
That was a fat hind.
When you're 11 years old,
Yep, I understand. Yeah, no,
and
no,
it's
walking
1994,
by,
Yes.
thigh highs.
that's enough.
That's big.
The
That and
internet's not-
Schindler's List. Same
Yeah, the
here.
internet, there is no internet. There's,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, not really anyway.
Not
really.
And then
Vermont is
after
right.
that, after Silk Stockings went off the air, it was replaced by La Femme Nikita.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
She was something.
She was something very, very exciting.
Good Ed and Vermont. I forgot about this too. I love this show growing up.
What's going on, Ed?
Hey, Benson was a spinoff of Soap.
Sorry, Robert Guillaume, or Guillaume, however you say his name.
Robert
And
Guillaume?
one more.
Robert Goulet.
Oh, Goulet. No, not Goulet. How you say his name?
Goulet.
Guillaume.
Guillaume. Sorry, Guillaume.
Oh, okay. That's a different guy.
Hey, I got to say, Norman did a morning interview in Cleveland, one of those wake up good morning things.
I watched
You
it.
should play that. It is fucking hilarious.
It was great, actually.
What'd you
Rob,
do?
would you look up Mark Normand, Cleveland morning show, maybe? Would it be on YouTube, Mark?
Yeah, it's on
Because
YouTube.
I saw it, I think, on your Instagram.
Yeah.
I think Good Morning Cleveland put it up.
There
That's
it
right.
is.
You sent it to us, didn't you, Rob?
Yeah.
This is very, very funny. Mark Normand, he did one of those TV morning shows.
Yeah, I do these once a week. I'm always hungover.
They're the worst, aren't
They're
they?
the worst. And so
They don't help you draw either.
No, nobody sees it. But this one helped because it kind of went viral, but it only went viral in Cleveland.
Okay.
Now, you're a very attractive interviewer.
I was really working it.
You were.
Yeah,
You
I was
were.
trying.
It seemed like you were trying to charm her.
Yeah, because usually there's some old dusty broad who doesn't care, but she actually seemed kind of into it. She was going with it, so I was like, I might have a shot here.
You know who's fantastic at these? Is Tom Segura.
Segura does the rapper.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
he's a DJ.
Sorry.
DJ Dadmouth.
That's it.
And Tom Segura likes to go on these, and I think we've watched it together, Jim.
Yep.
He likes to go on these shows in full costume and not promote the gig and say, yeah, the gig is happening, but it's really more about the after party. And then he'll be DJing, and then he makes up a venue for the after party.
That's great. I mean, you got to figure out something. They're so brutal. They're
Yeah.
so phony and disingenuous. It's horrific.
But you can look this up, and we'll tweet it out. It's called Mark Normand on New Day Cleveland. We'll tweet out the link at Jim and Sam Show so you can watch the video along.
They ask bad questions.
Yeah. Well, they don't know what to ask, right? They don't know who you are.
They ask. A lot of times they'll go into your Wikipedia.
Yes.
And they'll say,
I hope they're not doing that for JD and the Straight Shot.
Why?
Because there were very terrible reviews about them in their wiki.
Not fair.
Not fair.
Cheap shot. But yeah, they ask you, I was born in Bayonne, and they'll ask me about that.
Oh, yeah.
When was the last time you were in Bayonne?
I mean, when I fell in my mom's twat.
Because you moved right away, right?
Well, I mean, when mom's went to Jersey City.
Yeah. What was Bayonne like? How would I remember?
Fuck do I remember?
Yeah, and who cares? It has nothing to do with who I am.
Right.
My
No.
comedy.
Well, what was your childhood like? You started sucking dick at 5. What are you going to say on
Exactly.
this show?
Great.
Exactly.
It was great.
This is salad days.
Let's hear this.
This is Mark Normand in Cleveland doing a morning show, morning news show.
I can't watch this.
DJ Cleveland, it is time for a little bit of a laugh. We need comedian Mark Normand in our lives. He'll be here at Hilarities this weekend. So welcome here into the studio. It's good to have
Could you
you.
pause for a second, Rob?
Here.
Just right away. Like, the setup for this is already so flawed because the audience that watches a morning show like this,
Yeah.
their idea of let's have a laugh is not the product that you supply, Mark.
No.
Like, the stuff that you do on a comedy stage is not what the people who watch these morning shows think of when they go, oh, I just want to go and have a laugh.
Or the people who paid for tickets.
That too.
Exactly. It's some old bag with a knitting needle or something. She doesn't care about
yeah, your
my
demo is not watching this.
Yes, exactly.
So the best thing you could possibly do is shit on this interview.
Yes.
Right.
Completely. And that's all I have in me. I got nothing in the tank. I'm on 2 hours of sleep. I'm in Cleveland. I hate myself. I'm selling no tickets. So all that is a cauldron stirring to this.
It's rough, isn't it, when you know that like you got to push the front. You're like,
yeah.
no,
Oh, yeah. And the owner of the club is giving me shit like, oh, it's looking a little light this weekend. Just saying. We could have had Mark Curry, but we picked your ass, and it's all
Mr. Cooper?
crumbling. Yeah, he draws.
Did he say that to you, though? You're a little light?
Oh, yeah, I get that all the time. Like, Tammy Pescatelli cleaned up last week. Just saying. We got you in the nice hotel. I'm like, it's a Holiday Express.
But then, yeah, you can't turn down. You can't say, I don't want to do the morning shows unless you're selling a ton of tickets.
Exactly. And it's in the contract, so it's part of it. You have to do it.
So welcome here into the studio. It's good to have you here.
Hey, good to be here. It's a pleasure. I'm a little hungover, a little gay, but just glad to be here with you.
How do they deal with that?
I don't know, but I don't know what to say. I hate the question. It's like talking to your mom's friend. You know?
The best is your casual cross leg, and then you put your hands uncomfortably on your dumb knee.
You can listen to the cameraman laugh. It's delayed because they go, did he just say he's a little gay?
Yeah.
It's so out of place.
Right. It's like, where do we go from here? We just,
a little
you just
gay.
sabotage the beginning from the interview from the beginning. It's your own interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those cameramen laughing, that keeps you
It's
going
the
a little
best.
bit.
You know, the thing with these interviews, and they want you, even if you are selling tickets, they want you to do them because you're still getting the club's name mentioned on TV. So
Good
they
point.
want it in there either way.
So you get to a place where you're really just trying to pop the cameraman.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
because it just gives you a glimmer of hope. Like, oh, that is actually funny. Because these women, they're not laughing at you.
No.
There's live
miserable.
studio audiences. I always bomb in front of them because they're mourning. They're like, but they're nice. They're never nasty. They're always like just smiling at you. The audience wants you to be good.
But
so
they're not
bad.
there for you.
No.
Your material. They're not there for that.
I flop. You're behind some fucking, disabled kids choir. There's always some nice community thing happening.
Yes.
And look at that. They're raising money for polio. And you're like, oh, how sweet. And then they're like, so what do you do? My fucking shit. I'm terrible at these.
Yeah, it's the word. Like, if you went on Ellen, that crowd is so happy-go-lucky, rainbows, sunshine, but I want to do a scissoring joke because she's a lesbian.
Right.
But that's not going to fly, and they're
No.
going to go, you suck.
I mean, you can't even do your intro where you say, I'm a little gay on Ellen.
No.
Because then Ellen wants to take it in a whole direction.
That's a good point.
You can't do it. You're
right.
wiped off the map from the beginning.
Out of the gate. Hey, good to be here. It's a pleasure. I'm a little hungover, a little gay, but just glad to be here with you, sister.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. I'm very happy to be here with you too.
All right.
She's gonna ignore the gay thing.
Yeah.
she's gonna roll right past that because it's 2019. Maybe he's a gay comic. I don't know.
Maybe he's just saying that.
I don't
yeah.
know why he would have said that. Like, there's no context for that whatsoever. But
Well, the irony is in these PC climate homo whatever, if I say gay, they get weird, but maybe I am a little gay. Like,
right, you don't know.
Shouldn't that not be a controversial thing?
If you are, it depends. If you're saying it just for humor value, controversial. If you are indeed a little bit gay,
Yeah.
then I think that's fine.
Sure, if you're just saying it out loud when you're alone and wondering.
Well, there's
in
a
a
problem
room.
with you saying you're a little bit gay, but gay isn't the problem.
You're saying the word little bit?
Yeah.
That's not true.
That's the issue.
I'm not homosexual. Sure, you're not homosexual. Eddie Murphy.
But I'm saying I used to have a joke in my act about gay marriage, and I did a clean show, and they're like, whoa, you can't do that. I'm
What
like,
was the joke?
it was about how I don't care about anybody, which helps you with gay marriage because you look like a hero. Like, oh, I don't care.
So it's not even a controversial thing.
No.
Like, it's not even a controversial take.
It's just the mention of the word gay marriage in a humorous context.
Exactly. And they go, hey, well, that's not clean. You're like, well, isn't that offensive what you're doing? I'm
Absolutely.
saying-
If you say gay marriage is on the list of dirty words,
Exactly.
it's very offensive.
It's offensive.
Yeah.
You're holding them down. You're saying they're this, like, it's like saying retard or something, you know?
Right.
I thought we were normalizing. I'm just hiding my erection. But, yeah, this is great.
I know you just left Slyman's.
Yeah, I had Slyman's, so I'm the really local going to be on the food there. toilet Local later. restaurant. But,
Corned
boy,
beef.
best corned beef in in the Midwest, if you ask me.
It's delicious. It's the size of your head.
Yeah, and I ate way too much, but at least
stomach.
everybody there was very attractive.
I held down a miscarriage joke there.
Did you?
Yeah, that was me going, all right, don't say the miscarriage joke.
She is beautiful, by the way.
Beautiful.
Wow.
I can't even look at her.
Did you
I'm
get
stunned.
anywhere?
She's married. I tried.
They always are.
Yeah.
I love Cleveland girls.
Oh, yeah.
Cleveland girls are fucking sexy, man.
And they're humble. That's why they live in Cleveland.
Awesome. Yeah. They're the best.
And there's a lot of radio fans in Cleveland.
Yep. Cleveland girls are the best, and so are Boston girls.
Now, they probably didn't want you to make a duty joke about their local food establishment. When you immediately said, yep, I went there, I'm going to be on the toilet later, she's probably, oh, Jesus.
She blew right by it.
Yeah. I'm not trying to, I just want to mention how big the food is. That's all. I'm trying to have a good time.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's rewind a little bit, Rob.
But I ate a pound of corned beef at 6 a.m, It's not good.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not lying.
Yeah.
Did you want to be awake at this hour? You didn't want to be up?
Nah, wasn't ideal. So I'm really going to be on the toilet later. But, boy, best corned beef in the Midwest, if you ask me.
It's delicious. It's the size of your head.
Yeah, and I ate way too much. But at least everybody there was very attractive.
That's good.
No, I'm kidding.
It's a bunch of fat old Polish people.
Good.
No, she wanted to go with it, like, oh, we're just being nice to the people of Cleveland. You're like, I'm kidding. And they're not attractive.
Yeah,
You
they're
know that.
hideous.
Yeah.
It's pork people. It's corned beef folk. But good grub there. Whew, still hurting.
Yeah, I bet you are.
Yeah, I've been farting it up in the green room, and I think I scared.
That's why the door was shut.
Yeah.
To our little smaller green room.
Exactly.
You were just trying to be polite.
We call it hot boxing. Really soaking it all in, because the smell of your own farts, for some reason, is enjoyable. If you farted, it'd be weird.
Are you trying to go into kind of like a fart bit on the morning show?
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it clean.
Yeah,
this is wholesome.
But they don't want fart talk in the morning.
No, and I can see the fart stuff isn't working with her. So I'll take a left turn. You'll see.
Okay, this is good. And you already had to sacrifice your miscarriage joke.
Yes. So this one's for me.
I see.
Soaking it all in, because the smell of your own farts, for some reason, is enjoyable. If you farted, it'd be weird. But if I fart, I enjoy it. I don't know why.
Is that a guy thing?
Maybe.
Because I feel like you'd hear no woman would ever say something like that.
No.
Oh, I thought she was going to say comedian. I would fucking love her farts.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking that too. You can sit on my face anytime and let out some wind. But here comes the twist.
Rewind a bit, Rob, because I heard the first sound of a word, and I said, "There's no way he's going to say this word on the morning show."
I had nothing.
But
if I fart, the fart thing was dwindling, so I had to come up with a nice little left hook.
All right.
But I don't know why.
Is that a guy thing?
Maybe.
Because I feel like you'd hear no woman would ever say something like that.
No, you guys are more of maybe a queefing.
Oh my
God. so you'd given up on keeping it clean at this point.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's ever said queefing on New Day Cleveland.
No one has on any morning show.
More of a queefing.
Well, it's like a poker game. Right now I'm like, all right, I'm gonna call, even though I have nothing.
Right.
And so I'm just gonna see where we're at here.
In your head, you're going, okay, she doesn't like the fart stuff. Maybe we should go queef.
Yes. Let's put a button on this.
Queefing.
Or say something like that.
No, you guys are more of maybe a queefing.
Oh my gosh.
But,
okay.
Is that clean?
We're 10 a.m. TV. I mean,
Oh, sorry. 10 a.m. You've up, you had your coffee, your meth, or who knows what. So, we're all adults here.
So you live in New York City now.
Mark, you're proud of yourself.
Yeah, he leans back on the little table behind. We're all adults here. I'm ready to roll, hon.
He's so happy with himself. Like, you're really happy with yourself that you got your queefing joke, and then followed it up with you're probably on meth.
Yeah.
Relax, I'm fine.
Yeah, we're all adults here, honey. Now he feels it. All right, the queef joke worked.
Yeah, you've settled in.
Yes, I've settled in. It's true. But usually at this point, they're like, okay, we got to wrap this up. Good job. And they're like pushing out the door.
Have you ever been cut short?
Oh, yeah. In Portland, I'm not allowed to do radio or TV, I mean.
Why not?
I did a Jew joke, and the guy was like, what the hell is going on here? Who's this guy? Get him out. We're good. He took his mic off, and he left.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm still not allowed.
Live on TV?
Live on TV, and the guys, all my friends go, what you do in Portland? I'm at the TV station, and they're talking about you still. And I did it like a year ago.
That's amazing.
So I've banned myself from there, and it worked out. I don't think that's on. They cut that.
They wouldn't have allowed that on the internet. They've erased that entirely.
Yeah. Well, I said, well, he was like, well, who could hate blah, blah, blah? And I was like, well, some people hate Jews. Who could hate them? And they were like, whoa, something of that nature. Wasn't even offensive in my mind.
Right. Still, I get where they'd want to stay away from
I mentioned hating Jews.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Oh, sorry. 10 a.m. You know, you've you had your coffee, your meth, or who knows what. So, yeah, we're all adults here. Look at her hips.
So
Great hips.
You live in New York City now, but you're from New Orleans.
Yeah, wow. Well done. You read my Grindr bio. Throwing a hack Grindr joke.
Yeah, but she's almost like she puts her hands down in exhaustion. Yeah. Like I can't do this. I know what Grindr is.
Yeah.
But now this woman doesn't know what to do because as the host of New Day Cleveland, you can't admit that even knowing what Grindr is an issue.
Right.
You can do that.
Uh-huh.
I
mentioned I was a little gay.
Grindr profile. Yeah.
So it's kind of continuity is here.
You live in New York City now, but you're from New Orleans.
Yeah, wow. Well done. You read my Grindr bio.
I was looking you up, yes.
Yeah.
And I know that we were talking about Cleveland sports here, but I know for you guys and your Saints that was difficult. I'm sorry to bring that up, but I know that was tough.
Brutal. We really thought we had it. You know, New Orleans, all we do is drink and go to strip clubs. So we really needed this win.
This is a serious moment.
But no dice. Right there.
So close.
Yeah.
There's always
See, it killed me. I didn't get a joke in there.
Well, she didn't leave you much room, so the Saints lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she was really, and you actually answered, so she goes, okay, I got to keep talking now because this is what I wanted to do.
A real chat.
She got you.
She got me there.
She's very good.
And it killed me. I hated this moment.
Right.
That was 18 seconds of boring to me.
Right.
So close.
Yeah.
There's always next year, right?
Yes, but we get one of these every, century, and that was our shot. Drew Brees, serious, it sucks.
So, but you live in New York now, though. So, living in New York City, and is it true that did you just recently move in with a lovely lady?
I bought a place. I moved in with a lady, an Alexa.
Alexa is your lady.
Yeah, she keeps track of everything, and she gets mad when I talk to Siri.
Now I'm doing my act.
I got to ease back into material. It's in the act. I did it on Fallon.
I do think that on some level, though, you slid into that because she said you moved in with a lovely lady, and you wanted to be like, I'm trying to hit on this broad right here. Yeah. I'm going to do the Alexa joke because we don't need to bring up girlfriend stuff right now. We're in Cleveland.
You know me too well.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful breakdown there.
Yeah, I think that's
track
what
of everything. And she gets mad when I talk to Siri.
Elbow. He did the elbow.
But bought my place. I own a piece of the rock in Manhattan. It's the only thing my parents have been proud of that I've done. I've done The Tonight Show, Conan, Colbert, Comedy Central, but when I bought my apartment, that's when they actually started answering my phone calls. But hey, that's why I'm a comedian, because I got to get love somewhere.
He touches her shoulder.
He grabbed her shoulder. I got to get love somewhere. And he just reaches out. Like it's an uncomfortable amount of room between the two of them.
It literally is way too far.
There's literally a person's length of room between the two of them. And Mark just reaches out, and it's his entire arm length. And he just squeezes her shoulder.
It's terrible. It's terrible. It's like he's reaching over a person to touch her shoulder.
Yes. Couldn't be less organic. There's no place for that in this conversation. Also, the chemistry between the woman and Mark Norman is non-existent.
No,
she is such a knockout.
Gorgeous.
She is.
But she's rolling with it pretty well.
She's great. She's not an asshole.
She's very good.
No.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
My phone calls. But hey, that's why I'm a comedian, because I got to get love somewhere. Oops, sorry, is that a Me Too? All right. That was a gamble.
Yeah.
In Cleveland, that flies. That wouldn't fly in L.A. or New York.
No.
A Me Too joke.
Because it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. A Me Too? All right.
And by the way, the face on the news anchor, she's going kind of, a little bit. I kind of is.
What's her name?
I don't know.
What a
Good
dish.
question. All right.
I can handle it. So, but for you, you're young. So getting into this business
Black don't crack.
and
she didn't want to hear that.
No.
She didn't want to hear black don't crack from you.
No.
She wasn't ready for that one.
Can't mention race.
No.
So
Because you could maybe get away with being a little bit gay,
right?
But you're a white guy.
You're not a little black.
Yeah,
Not a
you're
little
not a
black.
little black.
No.
This
Black
and
don't crack.
getting into this business, and
All right, I see a
Threw her
35.
off
A little bit. Now I got her on the ropes.
Yeah, you got her back.
Yes. That young. But, not on the Viagra yet.
He goes,
or
he goes, not on the Viagra yet, and he gives a
Mr. Roper
a Mr.
look.
Roper smile and puts his thumbs up.
Oh, yeah.
Not on the Viagra yet.
Which is a lie. I think I was on it at that
please.
moment.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Best drug ever.
Great drug.
Better than chemo. more valuable than fucking heart transplants.
What do you think about the Blue Chew? 35.
Amazing.
Yeah, those are great.
I love a good Blue Chew. I've taken a few. 30 minutes later, your dick is in great shape.
Yep. And it gives it like a half an inch, it feels like.
Yeah, Blue Chews are awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
I got to finally try it.
Try the Blue Chew.
It's really good.
But, not on the Viagra yet. Or am I? Who knows? I like to snort it. Kicks in quicker.
Oh.
It kicks in quicker.
Oh boy, I think that's my cue to just wrap
Oh,
this
is that
up.
it?
Yeah,
Oh,
Mark Norman's going to be at hilarious tonight.
Mark.
I feel like I was rolling, and I had some. We're into dick material. Like, I
Right.
could go all day, but
Right.
she was smart to wrap it there.
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
Wrap it up.
You're there through Saturday?
Yes, please.
Okay, so he's there through Saturday. If you have a sense of humor like this, you want to get down and you want to enjoy some more comedy from him, go see him. The food's great.
Yeah, food is good. It's a
Did
great
she
club.
go?
Pickwick. She did.
Did she really?
Yeah, she did. We sold out both shows Saturday. That's a big room.
Yeah.
And I think it was because of this.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's the only
Frolic, you
time
got-
radio or TV has helped me.
Got it,
I
buddy.
think is the name. And
Yes.
yeah, it's right on that weird strip, but if you go past that, you're going to get killed. It's in a weird
You'll be
neighborhood.
fine.
Yeah.
You will be fine. Thank you for coming
Hey,
in.
thank you.
Thank you for coming.
She wouldn't want to shake your hand.
She brought her husband.
Yeah.
Was he
Yeah.
nice? Probably
I
a
didn't-
handsome guy.
Good looking guy. I didn't tell. He was like a weatherman look.
Yeah.
You see, she like kind of put her hands out as if to like say this is the segment, and then Mark went in for the handshake. She wasn't trying to shake your hand.
No.
Oh, she wasn't?
No. No, she was not.
Well,
That's very, very clear. Look
She
at.
threw her arms out like, that's entertaining.
Yeah, did you see that
Shakes her hand.
hesitation?
You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, watch this.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
shit, I never knew that part.
Yeah, she didn't want to shake your hand.
Yeah.
Well, that's
all
embarrassing.
right.
I touched her twice. That's pretty good.
Especially as she's saying, I'll call you later.
Oh, I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, I think you did say that.
Oh, boy. Well,
that's great
That was very
stuff.
funny.
Well, Mark, you're not in Cleveland, obviously. That was a few weeks ago. But since you're here, clearly you're going to be somewhere this weekend because SiriusXM, you can worm them out of a car service.
Don't
even
blow
though
it.
you should not be providing that.
I heard other comics were asking, so I've started something.
Yeah.
So back off, other comics.
Right, because it's a hard no.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think, I don't know what you've got on Roland.
Similar to Opie. I got pictures. Him and Paul.
So what are you doing?
He's going to be at the Royal Oak Comedy Castle in Michigan.
Mark Ridley. Great club. Underrated. I think it's a hidden gem. You ever do that one?
No, I've heard of it.
Oh, it's killer.
Is it good?
It's a big one, too. It seats like 400 something.
Then you got to get there. It starts tonight through Saturday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You can see Mark Norman at the Comedy Castle in Royal Oak, Michigan.
I'm leaving to Florida. I'm doing Orlando tomorrow and Saturday at the Improv, April 4, 5, 6 in Cobbs.
I'll be here.
San Francisco. I hate doing Thursday shows.
Why is that?
I just, because you're flying, and I take the drowning when I fly. I just don't want to do it.
Same.
And I'm doing it, plus it's before you do the morning local press. 'Cause
Right.
I'll do press tomorrow, I'll do Monsters in the Morning tomorrow, and that's a pretty big show.
Yeah.
So you do it, you want to do local stuff.
Monsters in the Morning is a fun show.
Yeah, I like those
it's not
guys.
like one of these. Like
No, those guys are great. They're radio. And they used to be Monsters in the Midday, I think they were called. And they had a big following down the South.
Yeah, there's only a few fun radio shows left. Yeah, Mike Kalt is one of them.
I love him in Tampa. Fucking Rover is great in Cleveland. Have you done his show? Like he does long form interviews. Yeah, it's a good show. It's a big show in Cleveland. Huge. He's huge in Cleveland. And there's a bunch of them around the country. You can find that. Like if you've been going on them for years.
Kevin and Bean, is that a
I
thing?
love those guys in LA. Yeah,
The Bean's leaving.
He's
Yes.
leaving.
Yeah, Jensen
Wow.
Karp is there with them now.
Ah.
Yeah, and he's taking over for Bean.
I'm probably forgetting. I like Toucher and Rich still, even though they do sports radio now. They survive. They're still a fun show to do.
And there was the Wheeze. What was that in Rochester?
Brother Weeze is great. Yeah. He does a great show.
He might be out to lunch.
Well, he's a Vietnam vet.
Yeah.
But his show is fun to do as a stand-up. It's long form,
right?
Fucking interviews. Like stuff like that is great. Those shows are still fun to do, but most of them are like, oof.
How about Bob and Tom? One of the best.
I've only done them a couple times.
They're the worst.
But I loved them in studio though.
What?
I had a good time with them. They didn't.
Did you have to show up with your setups?
No.
I had to do that. I had to write all my setups on a piece of paper and hand it to him, and the guy'd be like, "So," it was like Byron Allen. He's like, "So, I hear you're gay."
So wait, did you do your jokes?
Yeah, I would do them all.
And they worked, though.
I mean, they would all fake laugh, and then when the microphones went down, they'd all go, I fucking hate all of you, and smoke cigarettes.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I didn't do any of that. The guy just told me, hey, just try not to do this, or a couple of minor notes beforehand, but nothing. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
It actually made a difference, though, that one, Bob. People listened.
Oh, yeah.
Huge big show, yeah.
Huge.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a break.
All right.
Mark Norman is here.
Daddy has to shit.
Mike Lawrence is coming in a little bit this morning.
Funny guy.
It's going to be a fun show. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Wait. The collapse of someone's life.
The face was really good, too, because it really is like, I went to Georgetown. Like, it's almost like this. Well,
yeah. Why would you say that on the air? Why would you out me on the air being a Georgetown fraud?
So she got, I think she posted up bail, so she's out of the pen. But it was $1 million bail. Felicity Hauffman, $250.
What? I don't get it. This is what rich people do. I mean, is anyone really that shocked by this? They pay their way into shit. That's why you get rich.
I think it's the whole network. I think because they're paying their way into stuff unofficially.
Yeah.
Like you can pay your way in the right way. This is paying your way in the wrong way.
What's the right way? I mean, this is what you grease a palm. That's standard.
Well, you're supposed to buy like a couple of benches and a tree.
Oh,
and
donation.
And go through the process.
There's a way to do it where you can where it holds up to scrutiny.
Yeah, I see.
This doesn't hold up to scrutiny.
It's almost like when you're not allowed to sell shit online or sell tickets online. So you sell, hey, I'm selling a beer koozie and giving away tickets.
Exactly.
Is that true?
Yeah, people do that.
What do you mean you can't sell tickets?
You're not allowed to sell like sports tickets online, like on eBay.
On eBay and stuff before they bought.
Because then you could just go on and sell anything.
But yeah, you used to sell. You used to have to like sell an envelope, and in this envelope, you will also get tickets for free. But you are purchasing the envelope.
How about if you say, "I don't want the envelope, just give me the tickets"? That's what I'd have done.
That's cool. Yeah, let's say hypothetically, you're selling bootleg tapes on the internet. You might have put up a thing on your website that said, "I'm selling blank tapes." And whatever's on there is a gift.
There you go.
Yeah.
That could work.
Now, technically,
let me ask you
by law, I think that wouldn't work.
No,
I think copying is the crime. But regardless.
Well, you need a loophole.
Hold on a second. This whole thing with the ticket stubs. So if they're only selling the envelopes, how come certain tickets are higher value?
Envelopes are higher value.
Would they sell different envelopes?
What are you talking about?
Jim.
Hold on,
you're asking too many questions. I mean, it's just like this envelope happens to be this much. Everybody knows what's going on.
But what if you say, you said, why this envelope and that envelope are the same envelope, so you're actually charging for the tickets?
Yeah, one's more special than the other. You're thinking too much about it.
No, I'm not. I'm going to sue because I don't want the envelope.
It's not like
even a thing anymore.
Yeah, it's not even a thing anymore.
Imagine if you just bought the envelope and there was no free tickets in it. I mean, how crazy would that be?
It could happen.
It'd be one of the most wild things ever, Jim.
Jim asking these questions like, well, how come the envelopes are more expensive? Because they're selling the tickets. We know what's going on. It's just it's just with the words they're using. We understand the scheme here.
Buying an envelope.
What if it's a
Give them a little envelope.
Yeah.
Manila. Don't get me started.
So, so they didn't go through the...
I'm thinking of folders. Sorry.
That's right.
What's going to happen to the students, you think?
They're going to get thrown out of school.
They are.
Yeah. They're saying already that the colleges, because this is just happening now.
I think the college should be in trouble.
They
not
are.
The woman.
Everybody's in trouble.
They all are.
She goes, "Hey, I'll give you this." They go, "Okay, that's on them."
They all are, yeah. But
it goes through a network, so it's not like it's the people who are in trouble are the people paying, obviously Aunt Becky and the like. The network that is setting this up, the middleman. The middleman has busted a lot of people. The middle person. I'm very, very sorry. And another person that they said is in trouble is the coach, one of the coaches from the crew team that was forging athletic documents to make it seem like this person was coming to school. Because I don't even think they were getting a free ride to USC. I don't think that the $500,000
it wasn't a scholarship.
covered tuition. It was just how they were getting in.
Yeah.
So they didn't interfere with scholarships at all.
Right. Right.
But just other kids that might have gotten into the school.
So that's what the school is going to try to do, is pin it on the
coaches.
The coaches.
Oh.
That we're going through. Although,
well, maybe it is the coaches. Well, maybe the school actually didn't know.
But
maybe I have a tough time believing that.
They're making this all like a rich people thing. That's what it's kind of turning into on Twitter. But like, what about when you give like because when I was a kid, we had this all-star athlete football player, and everybody was giving him SUVs, and
you get in trouble for that too.
Sure,
but that doesn't. No one's cracking down on that.
They crack down on it before.
Oh, they do?
The NCAA, yeah.
At least an athlete is giving something to the school. There's something different about earning it through an athletic ability or an academic ability, or if you're fucking poor. People are going to go, yeah, but they're giving a poor kid. Well, if you're fucking poor,
you can't afford college.
You can't afford college.
Right.
If you're rich and aren't smart enough to go to college, there's a difference.
You have every advantage already built in.
Yeah.
But what about the guys who are killer on the field, but they can't even read?
Who cares?
Yeah, that's a big problem.
Yeah,
that's a big problem.
That's huge.
Yeah.
That's
I don't even think that's a problem.
That's
I don't care about that.
Because you're giving a good grade.
Yeah, but what if...
Yeah, they do sometimes.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
They fucking fix the grades or whatever to help them graduate.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, who cares? I mean, they're going to go
I'm just saying, if this is a big deal, why isn't that a big deal? Like, where do we draw the line?
You're not costing people an academic spot. Like, you're getting the
right.
You're not costing anybody a spot by doing that. Yeah, it's shitty that they fix your grade, but you're going there to play football because you really play football. They're not faking that. Like, you can actually play football.
It's almost like going, I'm really good at math, but I'm shit at art, but they'll pass me in the art class because it's a requirement so I can graduate with this math degree.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if you look at it like the athletic department isn't just clubs, it's like one of the things that keeps the school in business.
I know. I'm just saying they're all lies.
Right.
One lie is worse than the other for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
if we want to crack down on everything, we got to crack down on everything.
I think they should just completely redo the whole college thing is a fucking joke.
It's a scam.
Yeah,
It is a scam.
Sam Shitmans.
I mean, Mark didn't even think that was
Rob enjoyed it.
Stupid.
I love that clip.
I finished college online. It's a joke.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, I dropped out to do. I fell in love with comedy, and I said I'm moving to New York. My parents said you got to finish college, so I said all right, and I moved to Brooklyn, and I just did it online. I had the book open.
You can do college online.
Yes, anybody can. Most
of course,
people
you can get an online degree.
Yeah.
I kind of knew that. What do you need for it? I'm curious.
My wife's doing all graduate school right now.
Hold on, Rob. Comment. Go.
My wife's doing graduate school online right now. All of it, the whole thing.
There
in
you
a year,
go.
too.
Well, they got what's it? The University of Phoenix is just an online university.
Yeah. Phoenix isn't real.
I did. I did my last. I don't know how many credits in Syracuse online because I wanted to get out of school so I could start my career in radio. But one of the great things was, like, you just figure out the scams. I didn't do anything.
Same.
And they go it literally got to a place where there would be a test, and the way the tests work is that you're timed, back then anyway, you're timed per question. Right. And so you have to answer it right away. It's multiple choice. It's whatever it is. So they try to do it since you're timed from the time you start and everything. They figure you can't Google things. But they would post a photo, right? And it'd be, who is in this photo? Let's say it's a photo of Thomas Jefferson. Mm-hmm. Obviously, it was more difficult questions than that. But it would say, let's say it's a photo of Thomas Jefferson. It would say, who's in this photo?
Mm-hmm.
And what I realized you could do is I would right-click, open in a new window.
Uh-huh.
And the image would open in a new window. And then you could see what the file was, the name of the file was.
Oh.
And it would say jefferson.jpg.
Oh, wow. Oh, look at that.
Every time it worked. It'd say jefferson.jpg. And I was like, Jefferson.
What they should do is name it something else.
Absolutely, they should have.
Wrong idea, scumbag.
Right. Like they do with the Wi-Fi network. Hey, get your own, dickless.
Yeah.
Wait, Jefferson's spin-off?
Yes, from Mud. No, I mean, All in the Family.
All in the
Yes.
Family.
Yes. Yeah.
So I mean, it's like there's scams for everything.
Sammy Davis Jr. episode.
Yeah.
Remember that one?
Classic.
Fuck.
Wheeze. Wheezy?
Yeah, Wheezy, yeah.
Yeah, Wheezy. I'm thinking of Pauly Shore.
You take cream in your eye.
Those were good times. You could talk about hitting women, and it was fun.
Yep.
All right, sorry.
The bad part is that I didn't even realize this until yesterday, that Aunt Becky's daughter was like a YouTube star.
Yes, she's big following.
So like this idea, she got like almost 2 million followers on YouTube.
She's pretty hot.
So this idea that, well, since they're kids, we're not going to mention the names, doesn't work for them.
Ouch.
Because now they're getting just slaughtered online.
Man.
And somebody they went through all the YouTube videos, of course.
Yeah.
And they found this one video right before Aunt Becky's daughter went to college talking about it. And Rob, you have the video?
Yeah.
And-
you also have the clip on your board, but I'll pull it up.
Yeah, I figured that.
Let's see the vid.
The boys are probably going to want to see the pretty face on this
Yeah,
girl.
we do.
Yes,
We're
sir.
straight males.
Yeah.
Looking at puss.
I got a dick and testosterone.
Yeah, you do.
Like looking at chicks.
Yeah.
You got that right. I love pussy.
Yeah.
You guys are so believable,
Love
man.
it.
Love that gash.
Fucking, I love to get in there and just be in a pussy.
Yeah.
That's right.
Let me in that hatchet wound.
Right. Suck on one, right?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Slap my face with that pussy.
That's
Yes.
right. Get the balls in there, too.
Yeah.
Right in your mouth.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, pussy. Here is Olivia Jade is her name.
And this is from
I guess
when?
Olivia Jade Donaldson.
Is she of age? Like, can I creep out?
Yeah, I mean, she's in college.
How old is she
No,
in the
this
video?
is before college.
Oh, true.
So she's
helpful.
either,
This was 2018.
18.
This was
I mean, she's either 17 or 18.
Yeah,
If
let's
she's
see.
17, probably not a good idea. If she's 18, I think you're okay.
How about this? We just compliment her videoing skills.
That's it.
All right.
Yep, I'm going. I'm living in a dorm with a roommate who's so sweet. With work, it's going to be hard. Like my first week of school, I'm leaving to go to Fiji for work, and then I'll be in New York a bunch this year for
The water
work,
place.
and traveling to a different country because
Terrible.
I'm creating something with this country and
Manila.
lots for work. So I don't know how much of
She has
school
nice
I'm going to
cheekbones.
attend, but I'm
Thank
going to go
you.
in and talk to my deans and everyone and hope that I can try and balance it all. But I do want the experience of like game days, partying.
I'm not a fan of the wide
I don't really
face.
care about school, as you guys all know.
A little wide to
Are
me.
you in a relationship?
So that quote was not.
Oh, sorry.
I don't care about school. That they're using that quote.
When somebody's like, taking a spot and faking her way into school, and she's like, "I'm really going for the partying. I don't really
Oh,
care
I see
about
what you're saying.
school."
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it does. The context of this story, it's not the greatest thing in the
She's
world.
trying to be cool.
Yeah.
She is.
I'm
Trying
gonna
to
start vlogging,
be- That's
Yeah.
actually a great idea. I think it'll make you feel younger.
and I could also edit them. Right? Can I cut? I do the chop edits.
No,
That's
you
hip.
can't. You're
Yeah,
not
you can do
allowed.
some
You
wipes,
can't edit.
Maybe like a fade.
Oh, what about a star wipe?
Star
Oh,
wipe.
do they still have Star Wipe?
Oh, yeah.
Who's they?
Man, how hot is Uncle Becky?
Oh, she's
or Aunt
hot.
Becky?
Oh boy,
You
have I
wish
made
it
that
was-
mistake.
Say Uncle.
Here's the other one that they're pulling up out of nowhere. I don't know who these people are that just start digging and digging and digging.
Well, this was Page 6 posted this again from an interview from 2017.
Oh, how helpful
or
is Page
2017.
6?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not helpful.
Page 6 decided to go back. They're like, wait, I think we have something that in this context makes her look really bad. Should we just repost it? Yes.
Yeah.
So they also did. Oh, so they did us the favor of cutting it for us. It's just the part that looks bad for her.
Oh, yeah.
I see.
Oh, great.
Okay, this is good. This is Aunt Becky.
You know what I don't ever do? I never push my kids to. I always say, do the best you can. I was never that kid. My husband too. Their dad. We were never like at school. You got to get straight A's. We were never those parents.
Why would you?
How horrible is this?
Why would you?
No.
Oh no!
You have money. Who needs a grade?
She's sitting there. The daughter's on YouTube going, I just want to party. I don't care about school. This one's going up and saying, like, we don't care about grades. Like,
Yeah.
oh, no.
But I love
Aunt
how the
Becky.
daughter is like agreeing with her. Like, yep.
Is that the daughter? I thought
That's the other daughter.
That's her?
That's another daughter.
Oh, the ugly duckling.
Yeah. That's the one that hasn't blossomed quite yet.
That's right.
God, the ma, she is smoking.
She's pretty.
Kidding me? That's why she was on Wake Up San Francisco all those years.
You got that right. I wish I had done that morning gig.
Parents.
Just
I was like,
cucking
you know what?
Danny Tanner the whole time.
Yeah, well, it wasn't hard.
My husband too. Their dad. We were never like at school. You got to get straight A's. We were never those parents. We were always like, you know what? Give it your all. Do the best you can. Because in life, if you give it your all and you do the best you can, that's it. That's all you can do. And
No, it's not. I hate this whole parenting philosophy. It makes no sense to me.
Sing
It's
it,
so
sister.
stupid.
Right.
Just go out there and do your best.
Yep.
Yeah.
They've set up a ranking system. They've set it up.
Yes.
There is a best. We know who the best is. It's
That's
the
right.
one at the top of the ranking system. The higher the number, the better you are at school.
Sure.
Period. Your
Yeah.
best is A. Your worst is F. It works the same for everybody.
Yep.
So when somebody comes home with a C and they go, this is my best, you go, that's not true. I'm not talking about your dating preference. When they come home like with it, when they're like, well, I passed and I think this is the best I can do here. That's
Yeah.
not. No, it's
Well, maybe it is the best they can do.
Well, then
but
they're-
that's-
It might be, but it's not the best. It's not the
That
best
means
on a
that they-
scale.
but that means they're
Yes.
stupid.
In some ways, yeah.
And
Yeah.
some people are stupid.
They're not
Yeah,
good at
that-
books.
Yeah.
I was
Right.
never book smart. I'm street smart.
You're not
Oh, yeah.
street smart, Jim.
I am.
Just a minute ago, you asked, "Can I edit a video?"
Yeah, you're more alleyway smart.
Yeah, I'm behind a dumpster smart.
Yes. There are spots where you are a Viking.
Yeah. Or walk around the left side of the car smart.
Yeah. I can't sit here and say that Jim Norton doesn't possess a certain expertise.
Yes.
Yes. And that's important. But yeah, this whole idea of, especially if you're as rich as these people, you can get tutors. You can tell your kids to fucking just pay attention to what the teacher says, write the notes down.
Mm-hmm.
The answers are there, and then you take the test, and then you do good on the test.
There you go.
This whole just do your best, because that's in life. That's what it's all about. No, it's not.
No,
you're gonna get outworked.
What if sports were like that? Just do your best. You missed every shot, but that was your best.
Right.
Well, that's what they say. Do your best. You just don't get hired if you suck.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Like, if you want to play basketball, you got to not just do your best. You have to be better than everybody.
Yes,
that's it. Otherwise, you shouldn't play basketball.
You got to do the skyhook.
You have to do a skyhook.
I bet the Asians don't have do your best in their culture.
No, they don't.
I bet they don't.
And that's not even. That's all Asians.
Do the best.
That's India. That's everywhere.
Yeah. Yes.
Ireland.
Nah.
Ireland isn't in Asia. That's a European. That's a European country.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually in Europe.
North Korea.
Yeah.
North Korea is probably, yes. I doubt that in North Korea they say all you need to do is your best.
No.
In North Korea, they have a set of guidelines and you follow them.
I'm going to go to North Korea. I think it's a good time for an American to go.
I think it's great. Bring me back a poster.
Please. No sarcasm. That's illegal.
I bet you it's a good time to go.
Definitely.
For an
you
American.
should go. Definitely go.
You'd clean up.
Yeah.
Because of the chats with Trump.
Yep.
As long as you don't totally fuck up.
You should go.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
if you go and just kind of obey the rules and just go with a tour group, it's probably a good time to go.
I think, you're just a logical guy. You're afraid to go to Mexico on spring break, but you'll go to North Korea because of Trump.
100%.
Cool, okay.
100%. I would go to North Korea.
Perfect. I hope you do.
Would be no problem.
Right.
What about South?
Yeah, but who cares?
I mean, South Korea is okay.
It's not a hermit nation. I want a hermit nation.
I gotcha.
All right, let's get back to Aunt Becky and her daughter and Aunt Becky's great parenting philosophies.
That's it. That's all you can do. And that's enough, in my opinion. Especially with kids, I think we put so much pressure and stress on them.
You should put pressure on kids.
Yeah, you have to.
Sure.
I mean, there's pressure in life.
Yes.
Yeah.
And put on the taint, too.
Yeah, no, not physical pressure.
Pressure.
Uncle, no.
Do it.
No,
or your puppy's gonna die.
There is probably a spectrum. There is probably a spectrum where some is too much.
Yeah. Pressure.
No.
That's how you make a diamond.
That's right. A little diamond in the rough.
Yeah, Neil Diamond.
Shouldn't be rough.
Sure.
No.
Look at that little lump of coal. I'm gonna make a diamond.
All right, let's go back to Aunt Becky, please.
A lot of it is unnecessary. And I think it's important to just have downtime, free time. I never overscheduled my kids. I always gave them plenty of time to just sit in their playroom and
smart.
Use their imaginations.
I mean, say what you will, but she sounds like an awesome mom.
I mean, are you kidding me?
She sure is. She put away the kids into college. She is a great mom.
Yeah, you could sit there. I think it's important that kids fuck off. Don't worry. I'll just buy your way into college.
Right.
That sounds, if you're a kid,
that
sounds great.
Do your best, live your life. I'll pay for everything and have plenty of downtime.
But it probably doesn't create the best adults in the world.
No.
I disagree. Conrad Hilton, good boy.
He is a good boy. Yeah, that's Conrad Hilton was probably told, "Hey, man, we just want you to do your best. Don't worry."
He's happy.
Yeah.
Henry Ford.
Hey, grades are a construct. It's just
social construct.
That's somebody else's idea.
That's the man.
Yeah,
holding you down.
Don't worry about that.
Be free. Let your spirit blossom.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I don't think Aunt Becky thought that interview
would do this.
Right.
Yeah.
She didn't lie, though.
No, she didn't lie.
Yeah.
She gave us some insight in what's going on. But really, if you're going to have that philosophy and be public about it, you can't also buy your kids way into school illegally.
I guess. Well, you can't do that either way.
Legally, you're right. You
Yeah.
can't. But I'm saying in terms of being a hypocrite,
like
it does derail your philosophy when you have to illegally buy your kids way into college. Because
Right.
you're going, maybe if you weren't using this philosophy, there are other kids that just get to go to college.
Do you think they're embarrassed, these people?
Oh, my God. I think poor William H. Macy is sitting there like, what do we do now? Felicity Hauffman can't believe it, but Aunt Becky, this is just destroying her. People,
the FBI arrested his wife. I mean, Jesus. Imagine that you have no idea things are going wrong. All of a sudden, FBI.
I know.
The daughter,
you're like, this got to be a mistake.
The YouTube daughter was on a fucking yacht. when this was all happening. She was on a yacht because she's friends with one of the
chairman of USC's board of trustees.
Yes, one of the chairman of the trustees' daughter is friends with Aunt Becky's daughter. So the daughter who's in the YouTube video we just watched, when all this went down, she was on the chairman of the trustees' yacht.
Oh,
Caruso.
boy.
Yeah.
Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a heart.
I wonder if that put a strain on it.
Hold on to.
Yeah.
Your mom's been arrested. What?
FBI.
And the chairman of the thing has got to be sitting there going like, oh, this doesn't look good for me either, quite frankly.
But does he know what happened? Like
Probably not.
Did he have any idea? Probably not.
I hope not. But it just doesn't look that good. He's like, you know what? Maybe we should turn this yacht around.
Yeah.
we should probably turn the yacht around. Where were they? Jamaica?
Bahamas.
Oh.
Come on, pretty mama.
Do you think that ruined the party? Or did she not? I'm sure she found out, yeah.
You know, I don't know if it did ruin the party. Maybe she was like, let's deal with this later. Let's just deal with this later. We got to make some videos while we're here.
Right.
This is my job, you know. This is important.
I have to work.
I have to do this.
I didn't do anything wrong. But then again, well, if she was on that guy's
My
yacht,
followers need me.
will that guy protect her from being booted out of school?
I don't think you can. It's illegal. I mean, it's the FBI now.
The school came out and said that the only way it's going to be solved by the university president, not by the board of trustees or anything like that. So he's the only one who could decide what happens.
Oh, okay.
I did hear that they're already saying anybody who was accepted now that hasn't matriculated yet, but that was accepted as part of this thing, all those acceptances are getting thrown out the window.
You know how much that must suck, especially if you didn't know it
For
was
the kids?
happening. Yeah, especially if you didn't know.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I thought I did good.
What the fuck did you do, Mom?
Right.
I thought this was how people took the SATs, with their tutors as their proctor.
Van in Kentucky has a valid point.
Good. Let's go to Van then. What's going on, bud?
Hello, Van.
Man, hey, it's great. Doing great. Love you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much.
Hey, all this talk about doing your best reminds me of a
Be best.
great movie quote.
Mm-hmm.
From The Rock.
Stella!
I could have been a contender.
These are the jewels from the belt.
Where does he get those wonderful toys?
That's a great quote.
What's that from?
Batman.
Did you ever dance with the devil by the pale moonlight? You want to get nuts? Come on. Let's get nuts.
You don't rub up another man's rhubarb.
I like you,
Those are all great.
but
All
you're
great.
crazy.
I'll be back. Welcome to The Rock.
Oh, my God.
Had to be one of them.
What we have here is a failure to communicate. All right. Sorry, Benny.
Go ahead.
That was Cool Hand Larry.
You got it.
That's it.
All right.
You want the truth? You can't handle the truth.
Yeah.
That's it.
How about we're doing big movie quotes?
Hey, wait a second.
How about
I got one.
we'll make you offers that you won't refuse?
Yeah.
That's actually really, really good. Yeah.
Good one. 9 to 5.
All my life, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Yes.
He
Pen and
he
write these
squealed like a stuck Irish pig.
Stupid is as stupid does.
Mother always said life is like a box of cancer. Chocolates. Sorry.
I don't know. What was the quote, Van?
Good.
All right. Nicolas Cage is whining about trying to do his best, and Sean Connery looks at him and goes, "Losers always whine about their best. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen."
Nice. Nice. It really is.
What movie is that?
No, it's The Rock.
It's The Rock.
It really is fucked up. No, he said, Sean Connery said, winners go home and punch the prom queen.
It's true. Going out there and saying, like, just do really the best you can and don't worry about that is a loser mentality. There's no reason not to just go out and say, let's win.
Yeah.
How about that? How about we get ourselves to the point where our best wins?
I agree. I think the prom queen thing is a little specific. What if you're a gay guy? You can still be a winner.
Because you're a little gay, right?
Yeah, I'm a little gay. What if you're what if you fuck the home ec teacher? That's also good.
Well, a lot of times winners go home and fuck the prom queen, but they're
your best. Losers always whine about their best. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, baby.
It's great because the follow-up to that is Nicolas Cage saying Starla was the prom queen.
Who's Starla?
His wife in the movie.
Oh, but she was fucked by John Travolta in
I
Face
love that
Off.
movie.
That's true.
It's my favorite.
Was it Con Air?
Oh,
That's The Rock. How many times?
That doesn't sound good.
Dwayne Johnson?
It's great. Terrorists bring these.
The Rock is the one where they have to break into Alcatraz, right?
Are they Russian terrorists?
No, they're American terrorists, actually.
Of course they are.
Well, I mean, this was like in the mid-'90s. This was way back. This was before.
I believe 99.
Right, long after the 93 attempt, we knew.
Well,
this is back when Nick Cage was on a roll.
And we did have American terrorism in the 90s, Timothy McVeigh.
That's a good point.
That was very close to
You know
99.
what? You're right.
And Columbine.
Columbine was looked at, yep. Americans were scary. We didn't know about Al-Qaeda yet.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Well, we didn't.
Sure we did.
Not like that they were going to do 9/11.
No, but when it happened, the second it happened, I knew who it was. I knew it was Bin Laden.
Right. But we didn't done anything that big.
No, they did the coal. They did Kenya, Tanzania. They did
In America.
93.
We're in America.
The 93 bombing.
Right.
Yeah,
And I just brought up the two American things, and we're going in circles now.
That's right. I like going in circles, especially when I've got knowledge on my side.
You don't. You don't.
Sure do.
Boy, the 90s were great for movies.
Ed Harris. That guy works a lot.
Yep. Pollock.
Kevin Pollak works a lot.
He does. He does. Well, he's very bland. You can fit him into anything.
Yes, he and Sam do not see eye to eye.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
You don't like the little Paul?
No. Well, he was very insulting about me back in the day for no reason.
Really?
So I decided to lay it on pretty thick in response.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He's a little Jew.
Well, I don't know about that, but he threw a couple of jabs, and
Wow.
I started dropping cannonballs.
Did he throw him at jabs as Jack Nicholson or as Christopher Walken?
No, he was talking Walken at the time.
Does he still do that podcast?
No.
Oh, I did his pod.
Yeah, but you didn't. He did Talking Walken for a while, where he just did the whole podcast as Christopher Walken.
Oh.
Unbelievably, it was short-lived.
I thought that was on for a while.
Talking Walken? No.
How do you keep that
his
up?
podcast, I think, is still on. Like his chat show is still on. Talking Walken was just the Christopher Walken thing.
I thought he was a nice guy, but I didn't know he was bashing.
He's not nice to me. He's nice to people who like.
He's nice to me.
Well, exactly, because he's trying to get on a radio show and whatnot.
Voss is not a fan either.
Because he
doesn't
was
like
shitting
Voss's
on
voice.
Voss because he thought that he'd be like friends with Jim and Opie and Anthony if he shat on me and Voss.
He was right.
But what he didn't realize is Voss and I would take our time to deconstruct him.
Interesting.
Did you hear your boy Leno talking about comedy? Speaking of,
I did, and it segued me into a Johnny Carson interview, which was really interesting.
Yeah.
I love Leno.
Leno was talking about the late night shows on the Today Show yesterday, and he was talking about how political they've all gotten.
He's right.
Too political. They're all doing the same joke.
And they all have the same angle. It's fucking boring.
Well,
It's boring.
Let me ask you this though.
SNL, Samantha Bee, John Oliver, Trevor Noah, Stephen Colbert, and Seth Meyers. All the same
Fallon.
joke. He doesn't do
Fallon doesn't really
Not
do
as
it.
much, but I mean, he still would come from that angle.
Yeah.
Not
But
as much.
when you don't come from that angle,
You're attacked.
when you get beat in the ratings. Like the biggest show in late night is Colbert. So
Yeah, but
I don't know
there's
how.
no one, but there's no one combating that.
You think that somebody with a I mean, when,
Fox News, all those guys are the biggest names in talk news, all of them.
in news, but we're talking
Right,
about late night.
Well, but late night would still have the same people, the same like-minded views watching it. I think it might do well because you wouldn't be competing with. They're all competing with each other, but like that's why Fox does so well because CNN competes with this one, which competes with that one. If you want this type of, there's only place to go get it is Fox.
But when Jimmy Fallon wasn't even doing politics, because Leno's argument isn't there should be conservative.
Right? No, I know.
Late night, there should be late night that is just about comedy
Sure.
again, where it's just about the jokes. But when Fallon tried to do that, that's when his show started losing steam.
Because Fallon's show was probably seen as childish. It wasn't seen as like they were like childish jokes and doing fun little things. I think people were like, nah.
Right.
I don't know if you have to be political, but
Well, Colbert wasn't childish, but he wasn't as political. And when he started being political, that's when his ratings went
it
through
might
the roof.
definitely helped him. But I also think he got better.
I think that
when he first started, I think that the idea of seeing him switch was weird for people too.
Well,
like,
yeah.
this was this weird caricature you were doing, and now all of a sudden you're really I think that's part of it. But yeah, the politics people want to see.
Yeah, I think that the issue isn't so much that the late night guys are doing politics. It's that's what, whether people want to admit it or not, that's what people are looking for.
I think
now.
it's very boring.
Which is bad. I don't watch him either.
Same point of view.
Yeah.
It's the same angle every time SNL does a Trump bit or whatever. And you have to make fun of him because he's the president.
Yeah.
But every time you know which direction the joke is going. Every with all of them, all the late night guys. It's like, switch it up.
I agree, but comedy now has taken this weird shift where it's all about agreeance.
Yes.
You know, when I started, comedy was all against the grain. Let's take another angle. Let's go the other way. And now it's all like, I agree, I approve, I like it.
Yeah.
That's
nonsense.
it. It's not good.
But I think this thinking that comedy should be just about jokes, like leave the politics out of it, it's true. But it's not the way. I mean,
well, you can have political jokes.
Here's the thing: like Carson and Leno studied the ratings. Like they did what the ratings dictated they should do. They weren't doing. That's why they were doing what they were doing.
Which
I mean,
Leno's show sucked.
But his monologue was what got all the ratings. So Leno put all his energy into his monologue. You know, and that's where he concentrated on the quarter hours and what's getting ratings. And that's what he did.
But I don't think
if Leno were on TV now doing the show that he was doing, nobody would watch it.
I totally disagree. I disagree because I think people liked him as a host.
I do too. I don't think people would dislike it.
Letterman, I think, would do well too. I don't think it has to be all political, but there's no options. They are all political. None of them are doing views like he was doing. None of them are doing the ratings that him and like Letterman, I don't think are doing.
Well, that's a different time.
I mean, nobody's doing
that's
internet.
What I'm saying. That's
nobody's
the point.
doing ratings.
Right.
Oh, I see.
But you have to look at. There's still a hierarchy in the rating system. Like there's still people that are doing better than others.
But every one of them is doing the exact same angle on politics. They are all just standing there virtue signaling with some punch. Some of the punchlines are great, but it's the same fucking thing. It's like, just mix it up a little bit. We get it. Trump's the president. He's never an elected official. He says some crazy shit. Yeah, fine. Make fun of him. But once in a while, don't stand there with your hand on your heart and pontificate about how awful he is. Maybe say something about him that's positive, or maybe something that goes against your own ideology. How about that? How about once in a while you go for the fucking joke that doesn't necessarily 100% signal where you stand politically?
That would literally make headlines.
Jesus Christ.
People would go, whoa, is Colbert flipping? What's going on?
Right.
It's too risky. I'm with you. I agree, but it's too risky.
Endless and predictable.
But comedy used to be risky. That was the whole point.
Well, the
you
idea
say crazy
is
shit.
The risk now.
Leno wasn't risky.
No, he was not risky.
Jay, but his monologues would be
great.
as edgy as anybody else's.
You think?
I think Letterman.
I got away with more on Leno.
You did.
Oh, you did.
You were brought in for that purpose, though.
Yeah, he was America's clean guy.
Letterman was edgier than Leno for sure. And then
I don't agree.
I don't think Leno's jokes were ever edgy. They were great. Leno had the best monologue in late night for sure.
Yeah,
but not the edgiest.
No.
Like Leno wasn't a risky
I don't know if
comic.
I agree with that. I can't remember Jay's monologues, and I really didn't watch Letterman's, but I remember watching like Dave, and he was fine. But I mean, and he's a funny stand-up. But whatever, let him. Who cares? No one is doing a different angle on politics, and that's what's boring. Carson made fun of everybody. If you make fun of everybody, that's fine. But if it's the same fucking joke every time, people are just bored. It's boring.
I agree.
It's fucking boring.
I never even look at a late night or watch a late night. It's dumb. It's pointless. It's
I mean,
all
I
the
don't
same
watch.
joke.
Yeah, I don't watch late night shows either.
I barely watch SNL unless there's like a super great, like Mulaney was on, so I watch his monologue.
But I also wouldn't watch.
Good?
It's great.
Yeah,
he's great.
Like if there was a guy that was doing more conservative, like more right-leaning jokes, meaning jokes about the left, I'm not watching that either.
No, I don't care either way. I'm done with politics. Trump's a dummy. He did something dumb. It's too on the nose. I got it. I don't even need to see it.
Right. But I think that's what else are you going to do on late night?
Yeah, and it's working. So I get it.
It's working.
It just sucks.
That's the thing. Like it does suck, but it is working. Like I can't sit there and say like they shouldn't be doing this because.
Well, look, and
the other thing is like some people are good at it. And some people aren't. Like I think John Oliver's show is fantastic.
He's amazing, but he's also jumping around. It's not just politics. It's gun laws. It's this. It's what's happening over there.
Stephen Colbert does a great show.
Yeah,
I mean it's you know where he's coming from, but he does a good job with what he does because that's what he does. But I think that some of the other guys that see that working for them,
right,
and start shifting it into what they do.
Yeah, I get
that's
it.
where you start to get like, this isn't really.
But you're not allowed to trash anybody now. Comedy's not supposed to be mean, but you're allowed to trash the president. So it's all funneling there. That's the problem. It's all going to this. Oh, he's evil. All right, you can't fat shame Lena Dunham, but you can call Trump fat. You know what I mean?
I guess so, yeah. It's
And that's
a
what it
safer
is.
place.
It's safe.
And they act like they're these mavericks because they're attacking the president who's going to ruin them. And it's like, you think attacking the Republican president makes you a maverick in entertainment? What are you, fucking delusional?
Well, if the president weren't going on Twitter and like trashing them for attacking him,
100%.
they probably wouldn't feel like mavericks.
I'm not saying-
The president's the one that makes them feel like they're doing something so edgy when really they're just following the same
No, he
narrative.
just responds. They were the same way with other conservatives. They think that they're
But when he
taking
responds,
on
you don't
these
think that
fucking-
elevates
Oh, yeah.
their position of like, oh, look how rebellious I am. The president's tweeting
Sure,
about
but
me.
it doesn't hurt them, and they know
No,
it's
it
not
doesn't-
going to
it-
hurt them.
it
They know Trump
positively affects
bashing them, right?
Yeah.
will never hurt them in our business, and they know that.
It's smart what they're doing. I don't knock them for it.
I don't care if they make fun of them, but it's
I don't
endlessly boring because it's the same opinions from every one of them.
It's hack. It's hack now.
Let's play the Leno clip. So we have.
And Mike Lawrence is here. We'll get him in shortly too. We have to break. We have to break.
Yeah, in just a minute. I just want to put it into context. I'll play it from here, Rob. So we just play the short version.
You know, the theory when we did the show was you just watch the news, we'll make fun of the news and get your mind off the news. Well, now people just want to be on the news all the time.
Right.
So you just have one subject that's the same topic every night, which makes it very hard. I mean, all the comics, Jimmy and Colbert and everybody else, it's tough when that's the only
Dominates
topic
everything.
out there.
Yeah, man, I think that I don't blame the host for it as much as I blame the audience for just this is what they're attracted to for whatever reason. You know, I think that if Leno were on still, he'd have the exact same problem that Fallon does. Where
I think you're right.
People are like, we don't want a guy who's not going to.
But he would address it. Of course, he would do. He always did political jokes, but it wouldn't be the same angle every single. It wouldn't be all. He was never particularly preachy. I never felt like Jay was
not
preachy.
at all. No, it was
And
jokes first.
I think people would. I think you'd be surprised. I think people would. Again, him coming back after years because of the age. The age makes it harder too.
Of course.
It's
I
a
want-
younger person's thing.
I mean, like, Leno of the Clinton era in the Trump era.
Yeah, I think he would do fine.
But also, as a comic, you have to, if they don't get the joke doesn't work. So all we do is consume news now, and it's the only thing we all know.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everybody's
Right.
doing their own niche thing, and this guy's on YouTube, he's on Twitter. No one is doing the same shit. I got a podcast
That's a
that you
great
don't
point.
listen to. So the news is the only thing that everybody gets. So you got to joke about it.
Sure,
Because we're all just sucking it up.
Joking
all day.
about it, absolutely have to. But it's the obsession with it, and it's this thing where they all think they're doing God's work.
Oh yeah, that's
Shut
that's
the fuck
annoying.
up. They all think they're doing this. Folks, I'll take a risk for you. No, you're not.
I'm
no,
saying
you're
we're all
not.
thinking.
What you're doing is exactly safe in our business, and you know it. And it's
Yeah.
okay if you feel that way.
It's weird
but
when people
don't
won't
act,
admit that.
Don't act like you're out there, like you're on the fucking, like you're strapped to the front of the ship. I'm going into battle, ladies and gents.
Yeah.
Right.
No, you're not.
Yeah. You know that this is what's going to. This is protecting your job doing this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Going the other way would be the front of the ship.
Yeah.
Oh, because people can't believe it.
Yeah.
People can't believe it if you go the other way.
I know. Even as a comic, I can feel it on stage. People are like, oh, what's he doing?
Yeah.
This is crazy. I'm not following this guy. And so then you bomb.
Yeah.
All right, let's
That
take a
bombed
break.
me away.
I have to go to Tinkle. I'm going to be in Orlando Friday, Saturday. Mark is going to be where in Detroit.
Royal Oak, baby. Detroit, Michigan. Come on out. Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle. Can't wait. Then I'm on Conan on Tuesday.
Oh,
so
good.
check her out. Nobody watches late night. Check me out on Conan.
Awesome. And of course, Tuesdays with Stories is Mark Norman's podcast. We will be back with Mike Lawrence. Stay tuned.
Mike Lawrence is coming in.
Yes, welcome back. Mark
Mike.
Normand is here, and Mike Lawrence joins us now. What's going on, buddy?
Hey,
Hey, Mike.
how's it going?
Good, buddy. How you
Good.
doing?
Welcome to the show, man.
Thanks, man.
Of course. Mike's going to be at Caroline's this weekend.
Woo-wee. That's a milestone.
Yeah.
Headline at Caroline's.
Oh, have you done it before?
No, not a headline.
Oh, this is your
weekend.
first time. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yep, tonight through Saturday, you can
Yeah.
see Mike Lawrence at Caroline's. Of course, MikeLawrenceComedy.com. What's going on, man? How are you?
I'm good, yeah.
That didn't sound that convincing. Yeah. Fine.
A new Avengers Endgame trailer just dropped.
Okay, that's what we were talking about during
I don't
the
know how I
commercial.
feel about it.
Let's take a look because
you don't know if you like it or it stinks, or you don't know if you love it or it's amazing.
I think I might not like it. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
It feels like a multi-cam sitcom without any jokes.
Because Rob and Travis came in here during the break and just comparing boners over this trailer. But at this point, Marvel could literally just have a picture of a piece of shit and go, here's the new Avengers movie.
Called the Sam story.
These two idiots would freak out over absolutely anything that Marvel puts out at this point.
That's not true. I thought Captain America or Captain Marvel was okay.
Oh, shut up.
I liked it.
I didn't think it was great.
Well, yeah, I know you did.
Rob's
Did you
way
like
worse
Marvel
than I am.
stuff?
Yeah, I love it.
Give me a backstory. I don't know what
Rob,
number
though,
is this?
Rob watches
10.
CW superhero
10.
movies.
I used to.
No, this is the 22nd film.
22. It's
What?
Marvel Part 22.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What was the first?
Iron Man.
Where are you up to 22?
Yeah.
Is this the end of the Avengers thing now, or no?
It's the second part of the stupid Thanos movie.
Oh.
Stupid Thanos movie.
Yeah.
The sad thing is, I could probably list them all off in chronological order, but people who've already bought tickets would then ask for their money back. It would do nothing to help me promote the shows.
So you're actually a comic book fan.
Oh, massively. I have a Green Lantern wedding ring. My favorite superhero is the Thing wearing his t-shirt. Yeah.
So you're not one of these like Marvel movie fanboys like Travis and Rob who will any piece of shit Marvel puts out, they'll just go, oh, this is great.
No, my theory is they've
Not
only
true.
had like 6 great movies, but they sprinkle them enough so that you think they're all good.
Captain America 1 sucked.
That was like 10 years ago.
A lot of them are
So?
TV pilots. Like they're not even like great movies. Yeah.
I mean,
Why the Thing? Sorry, Sam. Why the Thing?
Because he's ugly and Jewish like me. Yeah.
I didn't like
You're Jewish?
Yeah.
My issue with the Thanos movie, I'm not going to sit here and say it's a bad movie because obviously it's a good movie, but the problem with the Thanos movie was after 2.5 hours, I felt like we got to the end of Act 2.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, tune in for the next movie in 2 years. And I was like, what? Why did I just sit through 2.5 hours? I thought we were going to tell the whole story here. And we get there and it's like, yeah, we're not quite done.
I like what they did with that. I thought that was cool.
Maybe it's because I don't watch that many superhero movies. And so when I was like, okay, I'm finally going to watch one. And they were like, no, you have to watch at least 2.
I saw it 4 times in the theater, and my favorite
So it was
time
okay.
with the third. I mean, that one was everything I wanted. Infinity War was phenomenal.
Fucking awesome.
Do I have to watch anything before that before I watch it?
We went over what you
this,
have to
dude.
watch.
I'm not going over 10 years of
Yeah.
stuff.
No, you don't have
You
to.
said he had to watch all 7 seasons of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. we had the list already.
Have you seen that?
All of Iron Fist.
Yes, of course.
But Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I love myself, too.
Iron Fist
I can't do it all. No, there's too much. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Let's see the trailer. I'll see if I can
All right.
get anything out of this.
Let's watch the trailer. This is it just dropped. It's when did it drop? It's got 474,000 views already.
Those are all Mike.
Hour and a half ago.
Wow.
I'm watching it now. No.
This movie's gonna bomb.
It dropped. This is the new trailer for Marvel's Avengers Endgame. Which, by the way, it's not the end game. They're just the superheroes are going to come together and kill Thanos.
Yeah, but continuation game isn't a good title.
Yeah.
It's like Nanette. You gotta say you're quitting.
Yeah, that's right.
She's actually the villain. No.
God, seems like 1,000 years ago. I fought my way out of that cave. Became Iron Man.
We saw that in the
Realized I loved
theater
you.
together, Mike.
Yeah, we did. You were supposed to save me a seat, and I sat in the aisle.
And
Well,
you said no more
there's minorities.
Is that the Iron Man flying car? Whatever it is.
No, that's a spaceship.
That's the technical name for it.
Hey, you gotta get that merch in, baby. Get that fucking merch.
Is that Iron Man spaceship?
I guess.
No, dude, it's the Iron Man flying car.
Tesla.
Why are you acting like you can make fun of this for being stupid when you're in there with a boner?
I'm
for
making
it?
fun of Jim for being stupid.
Jim, I actually didn't think you were stupid on that. I think that the flying car is a dumb thing.
Thank you. It is stupid.
It's stupid, isn't
Big
it?
wings like a bird.
Spaceship. Do you
Yeah,
sit
what do
there?
you want?
Are you like, oh, I want to see I wonder what Iron Man's spaceship is
No,
going to
I'm
look
not.
like.
No.
You're not sitting there curious about it?
No, I'm not.
Oh, I hope they have a clearer shot of Iron Man's new
I'm
spaceship.
not. I hope he turns into fucking Julian from Less Than Zero as Tony Stark.
He was actually on coke in that whole movie.
I know.
Fun fact. Is Iron Man still rich? I know Tony Stark is rich.
Is he still? Does he still have all his cash?
Yeah.
I mean, how do you afford a spaceship, right?
But you'd think you'd spend it all buying all that. Is he still producing income? Like, does he have a factory?
That's a great question. How does Tony Stark bring in his new income?
Yeah, he has new industries and stuff. Like Homecoming is all about that.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Military. He's involved very deeply with the military.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
See, that's fascinating.
Hopefully they'll go into his taxes during this one. This is going to be a really fascinating behind-the-scenes Avengers.
He got his kids into college.
Yeah.
I was really hoping to pull off one last one.
The world has changed.
Oh, that's Captain America?
None of us can go back.
Is this Captain America's last movie?
I think it's going to be Iron Man's last movie. I think he's the one who dies.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's my prediction.
I'd be so crushed.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah.
All we can do is our best.
Was that a golden arrow?
That's Golden Arrow.
Hawkeye.
Oh, okay. All right.
And my reason that Iron Man should die is that everyone else has become Iron Man in these movies.
Mm-hmm.
They're all just quippy and similar. And so if the main one dies, then new ones can seem more important.
I hate quips.
Yeah, thank
I
God.
hate that they're all funny. Like the Hulk doesn't need tags.
Yeah.
Thank God that you're here, Mike. I literally just had this conversation during the break. I was like, yeah, I liked the first Iron Man movie.
Yeah.
And then I went back and realized that Marvel was just making Iron Man over and over and over and over again. Because they're all that sort of like, oh, watch out, this superhero has a little attitude.
Snappy banter.
Well, that's why they had to make Spider-Man like 15 because that's the only thing that makes him different than anyone else.
Although he is 15, but he does have a little bit of a chip on his shoulder.
Well, that's why Batman was fun, because he was a little different.
Yeah, you mean the Christopher Nolan Batman movies?
Well, just like he was
just in general.
Parents are dead. He's dark. He's brooding. He's
I like that their parents are dead. You don't
really
see a lot of heroes with living parents. Yeah.
Oh, all right. It's like comedians.
Tony Stark's parents are dead.
I like the Ben Affleck Batman.
Yeah, Val Kilmer.
How much time do we have? It's the worst.
All right, let's go back. I'm sorry for interrupting. Let's go back and watch this amazing trailer.
The best that we can do is to start over.
Good music.
Yeah. Oh, there's Thor.
Yeah.
I saw all these people die. I keep telling everybody they should move on.
Why is it half black and white, half color?
Because it's important.
Yeah, it's dark, Jim.
Yeah,
it's brooding.
Is that just the trailer?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. We don't know. Nobody's seen the movie.
Yeah, they literally stole from Schindler's List, where the only color is red.
Yeah, exactly.
Goodbye,
throwing Iron Man onto a little cart.
Yeah, because you know what Hitler did and what Thanos did are the same. No.
Some do, but not us.
Even if there's a
Okay, like Paul Rudd is Ant-Man going like, oh, he's a serious superhero. You're like, come on, guys.
I know, it's literally like when you see him, it's literally like, and Ann B. Davis as Alice. It's just like, oh yeah, he's also in this.
We owe this to everyone who's not in this room to try.
Oh, they got the little Bradley Cooper fox.
What?
Yeah,
Guardians?
When the Guardians joined the Marvel heroes.
Oh, wow.
For the Avengers of the Galaxy.
This fucking looks like shit.
There's too many people.
Doesn't this look like every Marvel trailer ever? Like, I don't know the difference.
Fuck Captain you. America shaved.
If you told me this is the trailer for the last Avengers movie, I would have believed you. Now, I'm an ignorant fool, but I would have believed you.
And if you told me it was the trailer for the first Avengers movie, I'd be like, yeah, that also makes sense.
Yeah. There's nothing about this trailer that makes me go, oh, I didn't know what to expect, but this movie's going to be great. I mean, isn't this trailer literally, oh, I guess it's what I think it's going to be in my head. Yeah. It's what all the other movies have been.
It feels like the Expendables. We just keep putting more people in.
Yeah. Yeah. What is it about this trailer, Rob or Travis, that goes like, oh my God, that I can't believe it?
This trailer does exactly what it should do, in my opinion. It doesn't give away anything that's going to happen yet, because it's the first full trailer?
Okay. No, it's not. No.
This is the second full trailer.
Yeah.
This is the second 2-minute trailer?
What do you mean give away anything that's going to happen? You already know everything that's going to happen.
But it gives me enough excitement to be ready
But they've already done this. There's no Thanos, and it's like if you're building up a fight, which is what these trailers should do, you got to show the other guy too.
But
and
at the
they
same
don't
time,
at
Captain
all.
Marvel did the same thing. You watch those trailers, you don't know anything that happens in that movie.
Were you excited when you watched the Captain Marvel
And
trailer?
then you see
No,
Captain
not really.
Marvel, and nothing happens in that movie.
No, it really. The more I think about it, the more I dislike it.
Sam,
as a
in
movie.
wrestling terms, Captain Marvel is basically like the 2-hour vignette, so that you know who she is in this one.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't want to go, like, it's
Captain Marvel's a lady?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
But
Brie Larson
nothing
plays
about
Captain
that
Marvel.
story is in those trailers.
That's what I mean. Like
yeah, you're right.
Marvel does so many movies now, and people like Rob and Travis will just buy tickets to any of them and say that was awesome.
Yep.
Especially Rob.
No, not really.
To Travis's credit, especially Rob.
Oh yeah,
Thanks,
I
Sam.
saw both Ant-Mans in theater.
Yeah, like that.
Of course you did.
Did you like Infinity Wars?
Loved it.
But they do just sit there, and they'll spend an entire movie, sometimes 2 entire movies, just setting up for a third, and you're going, what happened to telling a story in a movie?
They also really don't need to sell this movie.
No, they don't. That's why I'm sitting here going like, there's going to be a big fight with all the superheroes versus Thanos.
Sure.
If they showed clips of all the superheroes fighting Thanos, would people really go like, oh man, that's a spoiler?
What does he look like?
Thanos?
He looks like Ron
Purple.
Perlman.
He's awesome, yeah.
Is he like a Greek god kind of thing?
He's like a big purple guy who looks like Ron Perlman.
Oh, wow.
He's named after a Greek god, Thanatos, the god of death.
Ah.
That's very fitting.
First appearance, Iron Man 55.
See, that's somebody that actually knows. Not these Jim Oaks who sit here. I've watched 10 movies.
Yeah, but see, here's the difference. They enjoy them, and I just hurt the whole time. I know too much.
That's the thing. Do you? Because it
punishes you for knowing too much.
Do you love it or do you hate it? It's hard to tell with a comic book nerd guy because they come out, then you destroy it, you pick it apart, you critique, but you love it so much at the same time.
I like some of them, but I also accept that they're not made for me.
They're made for these fools.
Yeah.
Do you like the X-Men?
Those movies are pretty bad. Yeah.
Wow. What about Logan?
Logan was awesome.
Logan was I thought the first hour was great, but the second hour when they went to the budget-saving farm from Looper was pretty bad. And then when he hung out with the kids from Hook, I stopped caring.
Rufio.
But when it was Mad Max Fury Road, it was awesome.
So when you have guys like Travis and Rob,
yeah,
kind of pedestrian.
Stop that, please.
Travis.
Stop.
I don't even know if that's their names or that's just slurs you made up for that bunch of Travises and Robs, like in any fucking Marvel movie that comes out.
Kind of pedestrian, not comic book fans, but comic book movie
I
fans.
think you just want to call them jabronis.
Jabrones, yeah. And they want to sit there, enhancement talent, and they want to sit there and talk to you about like their favorite comic stuff too. Do you go, I can't have a conversation with you.
Yeah, if anyone says Infinity Stone and not Infinity Gem, like we're done.
Yeah. Rob, be honest.
Yeah.
Would you have said Infinity Stone or Gem? But be honest.
Oh, 100% Stone.
You're a movie guy.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not saying it's a terrible thing. I'm just trying to make the comparison between.
Infinity Gem is a comic book?
Yeah.
And Stone is the movie.
Yeah, which I think is just forced masculinity. It's dumb. Why not just call them gems? Guys like jewelry too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
The Infinity Gem.
We all have our nerdy
Stone just sounds. I get it. Yeah,
It's hard.
Stone. Yeah.
Right.
Infinity Stone.
It's for the it's exactly. It's for the trailer.
Yeah.
Bring me the Infinity Stone.
I'd like the stem, please. Oh,
What about Silver Surfer? Where's he at?
He's in the Fantastic Four.
He's in the Fox universe. He can't come over until the merger.
Yeah.
Oh,
Until it's complete.
interesting.
We're halfway there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
All right. We should.
Did you ever see Thor: Dark World?
It's the worst one.
Sucked.
It is the worst one.
Awful.
Is it bad?
Terrible.
How do you know the difference?
What about Ragnarok?
Ragnarok was awesome.
Did you see
of course
Iron
it
Man
was.
3?
I mean, I've seen them all. Yeah. Like
you
I
like
said, I will rattle them off if you want me.
Did you
to.
see the original Iron Man?
Oh yeah.
The first
I
Iron
bring
Man.
my action figures to these movies.
You do?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
He could testify to that. Yeah, I do.
You bring it. What do you do with them?
And they're on my lap, and if the movie disappoints me, I start playing with them. And I act out the storyline that should be happening on screen.
That's fucking awesome.
True story.
Yeah.
So you'll just be watching, and you'll go, this isn't the way it's supposed to happen.
You're damn
and
right.
it's not enough to just know.
You're damn
You'll start
right.
taking your toys and like...
It's my sports. I wear the shirt of the hero I'm going to see. I love it, yeah.
Do you remember, did you ever have, when I was a kid, I had those Mego action figures?
Oh, you're damn right. Yeah.
They're really expensive now. They're
Yeah.
really fucking expensive.
Well, because you got to get them. You got to get them in the package,
box. I love
because
those
they all
Migos.
have fabric clothing. So
Yep.
if you get
Yeah.
them loose, they're all in bad shape, or the clothing is stained, or whatever.
Those Mego was the brand, and they were small. They weren't giant ones, and they were very, very plain. No, not those.
They're like 8 inches, I think, and they all
like
had,
that one.
It was the same figure, but with a different outfit.
Right,
Yeah.
It's like for special needs kids. They're soft. You can't eat them.
No, they're not soft. They're like hard dolls with cloth.
They're like
clothing.
almost like Barbies, except smaller
Oh, okay.
and more articulation.
I want to buy them.
I got to start. I got to start watching wrestling like that. Like just bring my figures into the living room, and whenever I don't like the way a match is going,
Yeah.
I just put them. I just have the match go in my own
You should
wrestling
do that.
ring.
Mm-hmm.
You think Jess would like that? Yeah. And I go, Jess, it's okay. Lawrence does it. He's a good guy. We figure we'll both
I
be
mean,
doing that.
so like me and my wife, like we've had to decide like which ones like we go to together.
Does she like them?
She likes some of them, but like Man of Steel, I was having a panic attack because I hated it so much, and she was like, "You can't do this to yourself."
You didn't like Man of Steel?
It's one of the worst. Yeah.
The only DC movie I saw 2 DC movies. I saw Wonder Woman. I like that one. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
And then I saw the one where Batman and Superman and all of them were together.
Batman versus Superman.
No.
Justice League.
Justice League. And that was fucking horrible.
You ever see The Dark Knight?
Oh yeah, of course.
The new Aquaman was all right.
Oh, stop it.
He's hot.
Would you just stop?
Jason Momoa?
You just like because he's sexy Aquaman. He's like sexy as hell.
Doesn't he look different than the old blonde-haired Aquaman?
A little bit different.
A little bit different.
Yeah.
He looks like an Uber driver.
Yeah,
He splashes and women squirt. You know, it's
There you go.
It was like the first superhero movie for the MILF crowd, and they loved it. It made over $1 billion.
That's true.
Wow.
Mr. Clean.
Yeah.
Let's finish. Jim, we haven't gotten to the end of the Avengers.
Oh, good.
trailer.
I like the big music and nothing interesting happening.
No,
it's
just,
love it.
well, you've missed. You haven't been paying attention. The superheroes look concerned.
They're all staring at nothing.
You get nothing out of this trailer.
Nothing.
Hawkeye's got that Christy Mack haircut. No?
That was a beautiful
Hawkeye
silence.
also hasn't had a personality up until this point, so why do I care about him?
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't done anything.
Yep.
And Hawkeye's one of my favorite characters in the comics, but he's fucking bland in this.
Travis, did you enjoy Rob's addition to the show?
You say enjoy like the past tense.
Are you still in the
Are
process?
you still enjoying the magnitude of that bomb?
It was among
Do you have
the
that?
greatest bombs of all time.
Do you have that? Can we go back and get that or not yet?
No, in about a week and a half we can.
We can't send Reed to the office to pull it out of something.
Yeah, we can.
Let's do that.
I would like to hear it again.
I would love to hear that again.
Yeah. I would love.
That was a swing and a powerful miss.
And let me tell you, he swung all the way around. There was
That flew out of
so
his
much
hand.
enthusiasm. And because there's a bunch of us in the studio, he was really trying to figure out where he could weave his way in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was like, I'm going to take this is my spot.
Yep.
All right, let's watch it.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes.
They're all looking at something.
They're getting ready to fight Thanos.
Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
I like that. Her power is I have a gun.
Now, how amazing would it be if they all fight Thanos and then she just shoots him once and he dies?
Shoots him right in the head.
What is she working on?
I know, exactly.
Yeah, Thanos, I would imagine, is bulletproof.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I would. Yeah, if he could just turn people to dust with his hand, I would think he's bulletproof.
Thor has a hammer. She's a little Luger.
She just shoots him in the kneecap, and he's like, "God damn it!"
Yeah. It's IRA shit.
Is it a magic gun? Because Thor has a magic hammer, and Silver Surfer has a magic surfboard. No, it's just a regular
gun.
Regular gun.
Yeah.
I just figured it'd do some damage.
Whatever it takes.
I know I can make it through.
All Oh, this looks fucking so stupid.
this is good.
What shit?
This is good. The Avengers are all getting
Whatever
into their
it
space
takes.
suits.
So hacky.
Avengers Endgame.
I know it looks like a military commercial for another country.
Yeah.
You know, Bulgaria, join the elite.
So, Rob, explain to me what part of that trailer has you going like, oh man, obviously this is going to be an awesome movie, not the same thing I've seen 150 times.
Well, I mean, it's
Is it the
really not
space
the
suits?
trailer that gets me. I'm not actually a big fan of watching trailers because I don't like spoilers or anything
There's
like
no,
that.
you already know what's going to happen in this movie.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but
They could show you the last 5 minutes and still wouldn't spoil anything.
true.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Most likely,
saw
but-
that come. Thanos dies.
All right.
Is this the end?
Spoiler
Is this
alert.
the end of the Avengers?
Well, this is probably
Hopefully.
the end of Thanos.
Spoiler, we'll
And
all die
probably-
alone and movies won't make us happy.
Yeah, imagine if Iron Man just got cancer and that's how he died. It was a slow death over 4 movies.
That's how Captain Marvel died in the original series.
Did she?
The lady?
There was a dude first.
Oh,
in the
thought so.
comics, and he just like lies on a bed, and everyone visits him, and he dies of cancer.
wow.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
I can't wait till that enters into the Marvel
Oh,
universe.
I can't either.
Yeah.
The one battle he couldn't beat.
HIV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, how do they figure out how to kill like Thanos, who can just turn people to dust with his hand because he's got the gemstones, and they can't.
God bless you.
They can't figure out how to
I
cure
appreciate
cancer.
the compromise.
They can't figure out how to cure cancer. You'd think they'd have a stone for cancer, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, wouldn't that make sense?
Avengers and the Cancer Stone.
Couldn't he turn cancer into dust? No, no.
Good point.
Oh, there's 30 seconds left. I'm sorry, Rob. There's about 20 seconds
I
left.
imagine it'd be a quip at the end.
I didn't.
Yes, yeah.
That's my guess.
Come on, quip.
I was being judgmental. Oh shit! It's Captain Marvel.
It's Captain Marvel. By God, it's Captain Marvel.
I like this one.
Quit. I like this one.
Wait a minute. That
You're
was
telling me
harassment.
Captain Marvel's going to be in this? I thought you said no spoilers.
Now, how was that different than The Rock holding up Roman Reigns' hand in the Royal Rumble 2015? That's literally what that is. It's like, you guys should like her now.
Yeah, I hope that it gets the same reaction.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine, but it's like, that wasn't even a joke. That was literally just like,
No, it
you
was.
saw her movie, right? You
It
saw
was.
her movie?
It was Thor saying, "Hey guys, you like me, right? Here's
Yeah.
Captain Marvel, same team.
Yeah.
Huh?
Why is she in this?
What do you mean? Why is Captain?
Captain
Well, because
Marvel.
Nick Fury pages her right before.
Does he?
Yeah.
Pages her. He's got
It's
a
the Marvel
pager.
universe.
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel just explains how he got the pager. That's the movie.
Right. That,
Like,
that
who
I
did he
watched.
call at the end of Infinity War?
Yeah, it really was.
Here's $15. Find help.
Wait, it's a she or a he now?
Captain Marvel is a she.
You
in
saw
the
her.
Movies.
No,
Yes,
I know, but
that's
he
her.
just said he.
Well, he's talking about the comics.
Fury.
I think.
Oh,
original.
Nick Fury.
Oh, Nick
Yeah.
Fury.
Where was Samuel L?
He's in
He's
there.
in dust.
No, he
turned to dust?
Turned
He
to
turned
dust.
to dust.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
He's not dead. They're coming
He
back.
turned to dust in the
Well, they
end
already
credit
released
scene.
the trailer for the next Spider-Man, and Spider-Man's alive, so
They did.
there's no tension or suspense at all.
When they turn them to dust, it's not even like real deaths. Like, we know after that movie that the whole purpose of the third movie is they kill Thanos and figure out the cure to dust. Like
Cure to dust?
Yeah, they're going to find the cure to dust, and then they're going to get to come
Swiffer.
back.
Why isn't it Avengers? The cure to
The cure to dust. Like, that's why I find these things annoying, because we go like, oh, I hope there's no spoilers.
Cure
The Cure to
to
Dust
already know
sounds like
what's
a
gonna
Nine Inch
happen.
Nails album.
Right. She's gone from suck to blow.
And that's why in the last Avengers movie, I wasn't sitting there going like, oh my God, they killed all these superheroes, because they killed so many
Yeah,
and made it so clear that the story wasn't done being told
yeah.
that I was like, these superheroes aren't going to stay dead. This is stupid. Why are we watching this?
Yeah.
They're just coming back anyway. It's like a career-ending match.
Yeah.
When you know they're going to be on TV
Ric
tomorrow
Flair's
night.
not retiring.
Come on. I mean, that doesn't... Do you know what I'm saying, Rob?
Yeah, I get it. I just love them. I like watching.
Okay,
Why?
so-
I'm a fan of the movies. What's like? I'll admit if they're bad. If I think they're bad, I thought the first two Thors were awful. First Captain America was bad, but I like watching them.
So, do you yell out funny remarks in the theater?
Like quips?
Yeah, once in a while.
Like what? Like what would it sound like? Like Travis, do you have any audio of what it might sound like if?
Of a funny remark from Rob?
Yeah, if Rob were in the middle of a room full of people and he wanted to yell out one of his funny jokes.
They're all staring at nothing.
You get nothing out of this trailer.
Nothing.
Hawkeye's got that Christy Mack haircut.
You know, part of it that's weird to me.
Hold on, no, wait, we play it again. We playing his bomb.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, let the silence.
Silence.
So I guess we'll play it again.
Yeah, I think so.
I might as well.
They're all staring at nothing.
You get nothing out of this trailer.
Nothing.
Hawkeye's got that Christy Mack haircut. No?
Oh my God.
That was a horrible bomb.
Fuck off!
Stupid fucking cunt. What a bomb.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
What a bomb.
Good times.
Maybe you guys just didn't hear it right.
You want to do it one more time?
One more time. Let's give it one more listen.
They're all staring at nothing.
You get nothing out of this trailer.
Nothing.
Hawkeye's got that Christy Mack haircut. No?
Oh my God!
Because you could almost hear his head poke up in the
right.
You know, because Hawkeye's got that. Does she? Right? What the fuck that thing is?
That's stupid, guys.
But it's not that different from a lot of the quips in the movie. Like, just imagine if Captain America just went, no.
That would be fun.
Yeah. Travis, do you think we're being unfair to the trailer? I know we're not being unfair to Rob.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I mean, Rob, you can't even say we're being unfair. Okay.
No.
Do you think we're being unfair to the trailer?
Well, yeah, but you're not a fan of the movies, so
No, I'm not. But what are we missing?
I just think you're missing just being a fan and being excited for the movie.
Okay, where's Reed? Reed always is Reed in there?
Reed's got a take.
Okay, Reed's always got a take. I get from Rob and Travis. Well, you guys just don't like the movie because you don't like it. Well, okay, fine.
But I mean,
you like the movie because you like it.
What am I going to try to convince you to like something that you don't like? You don't like it.
I want to hear.
They treat you like you're like Apple Jacks doesn't even taste like apples.
We eat what we like.
So what is a good one? What's a one? Because all it is trash
Infinity
talk.
War.
Infinity War.
I say Infinity War. I say Guardians. I say the first Iron Man.
First Iron Man is good.
Okay.
Black Panther's great. Ragnarok's great.
Yeah,
All right,
those
all
six are probably the best.
Black Panther.
The first Avengers is amazing.
Civil War is great.
Civil War was
Captain
actually
America.
good.
Civil War was shitty because of what they did with Zemo, but you know,
Clearly.
And the slaves.
yeah.
Yeah, Black Panther was good, and Iron Man was good. Those are the ones that I liked, I think.
Are you a comic book fan, Reed?
Yeah, you're not gonna.
Wait, a comic book fan or a movie fan?
Oh,
movie fan.
Okay, you jabroni. Don't be coming in here when Mike Lawrence is here and calling yourself
Now,
a comic book fan.
what does Thanos get in Infinity War?
What does he get?
Yes, what does he collect? 6.
Are you quizzing me?
Yeah.
What is it? I mean, that's the easiest. Even I know.
Infinity Stones. I was the one who told
So he's a
Travis
movie guy.
Movie
Stones.
guy,
He
yeah,
admitted
Stones. You're not a comic book
No,
guy.
I know.
Infinity Stones.
I was the one who told Travis. Was
Jimmy, he's got to get all 6 Infinity Stones.
one of us.
You don't want a gauntlet?
He's got to get the Infinity Stones.
What are they? Forever rocks? Fuck him. Stupid nonsense.
See, they're all
That
separated.
feels like a new promotion from Zales. Forever Rocks.
Yeah.
When you really don't love her.
The reason that Captain Strange has a magic cape.
Doctor Strange.
I'm sorry, that sounded probably stupid. The reason-
He's got a degree.
Yeah, Doctor Strange. Fluid on my
He's a
cape.
surgeon.
The reason Doctor Strange has a magic cape is because he's got one of the Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
Gems.
I'm sorry, the Infinity, the
hospice.
gemstones.
The time.
It's so
Stone.
hard being somewhere where you're not loved or respected.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. I'm going home next week.
Reed, what are we missing here? I know I got to be missing something.
Yeah.
I love this. I mean, I love the.
But what are we missing? Because you obviously we
missing?
don't.
What
as
you're
a
missing
show.
about the beauty about all of these Marvel movies, I mean, yes, there's good and there's bad movies, but the fact is they've done something I don't think anyone ever has done, and that's take about 10 movies and I think effectively interwoven them to create this giant type of cinematic universe or experience where people, which I don't think has ever existed before. So whether you like it or not,
someone hasn't seen Police Academy 6.
Yeah.
or the first
10
5.
Star Wars movies.
Yeah, what about Star Wars?
And I think Star Wars is the closest to that, but even to that extent, Marvel's done it in the time period from 2008 to now. Star Wars had like the 70s.
Yeah, but you can't get credit for just. I mean, that's quantity, not quality.
But I think it's really impressive because they've consistently made money. If
so,
the
you like
product
Marvel movies because they made a bunch of them.
I think they made a bunch of them that ended up being good because it's not before Marvel almost went bankrupt in the 90s. They had to sell all the rights, which is why they just got the X-Men stuff
I didn't
like
know
that. It's not like superhero movies are just automatic hits. I think Marvel has done something really special in terms of casting and character development because I mean Spider-Man was good in the early 2000s, but besides
you're not
that,
explaining to me why you would actually get excited that one of these movies was getting released.
I think what the real secret is that they don't make offensively bad stuff. Like they don't make stuff that you remember with anger. Like
It's not
their
Batman
bad
versus
movies
Superman.
are forgettable. Like Thor to the Dark World sucks.
Why was that bad?
It's bad because nothing happens. The villain doesn't matter. I'm a big villain guy. Like I want to see like a good fight.
Harvey Weinstein.
Cosby. How about the Green Gobbler? Was he good in the first one?
He was scary.
Willem Dafoe?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's in it for like 10 minutes. I mean, that's part of what Infinity War was great was that you got to see it from his perspective. And I don't think that Thanos is going to be in Endgame more than 12 minutes. I think that he's going to get defeated in a way that minimizes how cool he was in the first one.
So we got to watch superheroes in spacesuits instead? We don't even get to see them in their uniforms?
Make it pensively looking around, those assholes.
What are we going to do? All our friends are dust. Oh, luckily the good doctors figured out a cure to dust. All we need is the Infinity Gems. Oh, let's go get them.
How amazing would it be if this entire movie was just about how much better the world would be if half the population was gone?
It's all been a globalist ploy.
I was able to get a table at Peter Luger. It's so easy.
Next to the genocide.
You know, it's easier when we have less people and one central leader. But so Reed, you're talking to me like you're in a boardroom. I want to know why I would see this trailer.
This is a boardroom.
Why I would not think to myself, this is the same Marvel movie I've seen 100 times. There's nothing special. Because Mike Lawrence is right. The great accomplishment is that they haven't done anything offensively bad. But in order to do nothing in all these movies that's offensively bad, they've made 15 movies that all just kind of blend together and are almost none of them are memorable.
21 movies.
Oh, my God. Black Panther? Memorable. First Iron Man? Memorable. The Avengers saga? Memorable.
a lot of movies you just named. About 5.
3 out of 20? That's terrible.
Yeah, that's 1.5%.
It's horrible.
Well, are you asking why, like, you should like this movie?
15%.
Like why do I when I watch that do I get excited about the trailer?
I think you have to initially be invested in the Marvel universe if you're like how you are. I mean, the fact that they're not some kind of big Shakespearean plays or
no, I just want good movies
or whatever.
Ooh,
I think they're good movies.
Right.
I think tons of movies they follow the kind of a lot of them follow the classic hero's arc. Right?
Yes.
And every movie and story does that. It's not like every other kind of thing is super like unique and all that kind of stuff. I think what Marvel does really well is a lot of their heroes are kind of grounded in reality.
Yes.
At least more than like Superman. Like Superman's perfect.
You mean like when Iron Man's in his spaceship? It's like, oh, just like me.
Yeah, but he has flaws.
I have an uncle that does the same thing.
Well, he does. I mean, I guess in the comics, I know. I mean, I haven't read the comics, but I've watched it.
I like that he looked at me, but he knew that if I wasn't here, he'd get away with that bullshit.
I've watched extensive YouTube videos on like the theories and stuff like that. So they tell you the facts.
Why don't you just read the comics?
Yeah.
That would require reading.
Because the videos are like comics, but they move for me.
I watched the video so I could understand the movies.
I watched the videos for the video.
What's the most valuable comic you own?
I would say I own Amazing Spider-Man #4. And
what kind of condition?
It is a 4.5 on the CGC scale.
Out of 10?
Yeah. So it's about like $500.
4.5.
Nice.
Yeah.
Action Comics, Superman. Yeah.
Sells for $3.2 million. So you $500 is as high as you go. So you're not like so much a collector as a fan.
No.
Yeah.
Well, now you can just get it all digitally. So I'd rather just read the stories.
Have you read the stories digitally, all of them? Like the ones you like?
Are you asking if he's read every comic book?
No, like of the guys you like. Like, have you read all the Avengers?
I'll read like some of the newer stuff that way. But when I was in high school and college, they had these things called Essentials, which were like these giant black and white phone books, and I read all of those. So I've read like all of the
What are the
classic
Essentials?
stuff.
Is that all the old comic books put into, but without being edited?
I've read like the first 200 issues of the Fantastic Four, and
What's your favorite comic book like issue?
My favorite comic book issue is Spider-Man, Human Torch. I'm with Stupid #3. It's my favorite story of all time.
Me too.
Me too.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that one.
Yeah, it's good, right?
When did
good
the
one.
X-Men change? Let's see if you know that one.
X-Men change.
Oh, giant size X-Men.
No, not
number
giants.
one.
What was the number of the X-Men when they came from the old X-Men to the new X-Men? On the comic
Because
books.
Beast was like a white guy, and then now he's blue.
Yeah.
I think the way you're phrasing it is probably.
They changed in the comic book. There was an issue of the older X-Men, the original X-Men.
Oh, well, they stopped doing news stories in, like, I want to say issue like 66, 67, and then they came back. Len Wein did the first issue, which was 94, and then Chris Claremont took over and then was on
X-Men
the
94.
book for 17 years.
This is when they brought Marissa Tomei in the courtroom to talk about cars.
X-Men 94 is what I was thinking of. I used to have a copy, but it was never in good shape. But that's worth a lot of money.
Yeah, and they fight Count Nefaria and Thunderbird dies. Yeah.
How much is that
Right.
worth?
Well done.
I mean, it depends on the CGC.
X-Men 94 in mint.
I heard they're making a Marvel app. So
They
like,
have it already.
well, no,
They do,
but
yeah.
it's going to be like a network, like Netflix.
Yeah, it's
Disney
Marvel
Plus.
Unlimited, yeah.
Is that out?
Yeah, and it's all the comics, and they're just you pay $10 a month for.
That's going to be huge because Disney owns them, right?
It's already
Yeah.
out.
Oh, that's big.
Yeah.
They have Disney Plus now, and they're making Marvel TV shows coming out and all that.
I just
And
think
DC
they
has
should
an
do
app
more.
too.
Right, exactly.
They
right?
should definitely
But
do more,
They
yeah.
should make a lot more money off it. So they have like Loki is getting a show. The Thor villain, he's going to get like a 10
Disney owns Marvel, the Muppets, Star Wars, the memories of my parents together. They own everything.
Thank God. Sean in Texas has something to contribute. Sean?
Yuck. I can't believe Kiss Boy and Wrestling Boy are trying to tell the rest what to believe and what.
Yeah, look, we also, Sam and I also do have shit taste in entertainment.
Yeah, but ours is better.
Yeah.
Not true.
I mean, shit, well, what a solid argument. No. You couldn't think of this on your own before Sean called up, so don't jump on Sean.
All right, Sean.
You like what you like.
Yeah, all right, thanks.
All right, we get it. You're gay.
Don't rehearse your speech to your father with us.
I can't change even if I tried, even if I wanted to.
He's not super wrong, though. I mean,
Yeah, but when a commercial comes on and it's like, tonight on Raw, these two guys are going to wrestle, I'm not like, oh my God, do you see what's happening tonight? I'm going like, this will probably be exactly what I'm expecting.
that's because wrestling
It's
happens
Monday.
every week almost, though, right?
You're right, Marvel
happens
movies-
every couple years, or the Infinity.
Couple years?
Now
There's
the Avengers,
every 3 months.
Avengers movies.
Captain Marvel just came out.
Yeah.
Was it good?
No,
No.
it's the same
It was
shit.
fine. It was fine.
Well, I don't look at that as the same.
Is
as
it
the
an
Avengers
origin
movies.
story?
Yeah.
I fucking hate origin stories.
Well, there's
Fuck them.
You need
Enough.
an origin story for Captain Marvel, don't you?
Change genders.
Exactly. I want to find out why.
Yeah, me too.
And how.
And how? They're remaking Kazam.
Yeah, I saw that with the guy from Chuck, right?
Oh, is that Shaq?
No, it's not
No,
Shaq.
it's Shazam, who originally was called Captain Marvel in the 40s.
Oh, what was Shaq?
It's so
Oh, yeah.
confusing.
No, Shaq is Kazam.
Yes.
That's what I was
This
saying.
is Shazam.
Shazam is, yeah.
Yeah.
Shazam is what they're doing with. And so Shazam used to be Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nobody's going to see Shazam, though, right?
I'll see that. It looks fun.
Yeah,
It does. It's big with superpowers.
With superpowers?
What is he? He's like a Superman type?
I mean, it's a kid who becomes
it's
an
big.
adult.
Oh, I
the
got
movie
it.
Big, yeah.
I
It
got
feels
it.
like Big, yeah.
Oh, that's what it is.
I see.
So your wife likes some comic books. She's not a massive fan like you, but she's okay with them.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Don't you think Deadpool is a little edgy, Jim?
I like that, man. That's
You
what I
do?
like.
You
I
do?
think
I've
the
never
first
seen it.
one's great.
I do. I actually enjoyed the
I
first
never
one.
watched it.
It changed the game, I think. It was so tongue-in-cheek and snarky.
It's really fun.
But
Yeah.
you know what? I enjoyed the first one, but then they were like, we're doing a sequel. And I went, oh, that's fine. I saw it.
It was just the same jokes. Yeah.
I figured.
Comedy
kinda saw it.
sequels are hard.
They're
Yeah.
really tough. Caddyshack 2 pulled it off.
I know, hot take. I think Ace Ventura 2 is better than Ace Ventura 1.
That is a hot
Oh.
take. That is a scorching hot
That's
take.
I
My
think
God.
it's amazing.
Nobody wants to play with me.
It is good. I don't
That was
know
my
if it's better
impression
than
of
the
Mike.
first one.
Well, there's like a there's a fat British guy who wishes he was in a Shakespeare movie, who's just ashamed of the film he's in, and Ian McNeice. He's so fun to watching it.
Yeah.
So which action figures are you going to bring? And by the way, I'm not making fun of you for having an action figure collection, as you know. But which action figures do you think you're going to bring to the Avengers movie?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them.
You're probably going to bring a whole bunch?
I have all the characters, yeah.
So you put them in a book bag and bring them to the theater?
Yeah.
Just that way, in any scene, you're ready.
You don't let a shooter at all walk in with a book bag to a fucking movie theater. That's horrifying.
Why don't you have a chill?
Are there any guns in there? No, they're just the characters I love.
Well, Hawkeye's got a gun, but it's real little.
You never thought about having kids? It'd be great. You'd be a hell of a dad.
I'd have a reason to go to the Lego movie.
Yeah.
No, we want kids, yeah.
All right.
How'd you meet your wife?
Okay, Cupid.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's a good one for like a real relationship app.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, a lot of them are just hookup apps. But I guess, how many people did you meet before her on that app? A few?
Easy, Jim.
No, but you were looking for a relationship, not like a hookup.
No, relationship, yeah.
Yeah.
We've been together 9 years.
Cool
That's
gal,
amazing.
great gal.
Yeah.
Yeah, good egg.
I would imagine. I always get happy when I find somebody that's in a relationship, and it's probably because I feel like it's me, like that you find somebody that allows you to just continue to be your degenerate self. And when I say degenerate, I don't mean degenerate like Jim. I mean,
Yeah,
like
you mean childish.
Yeah, man-child.
Childlike.
Strip the man-child out of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. It's
Mike's
good shit.
also packing a big hog.
Oh,
Is that
you
right?
packing, Mike?
Yeah.
It's got a big, how did you find that
I
out?
learned that from the wife.
It's not a
She told
shock,
you.
though. He's a thick-wristed man.
Yeah, look at that.
It's like in between Bruce Banner and the Hulk.
Yeah. Don't
It's
get
like
his dick
mid-transformation as the pants start ripping.
angry. He's got a thing. It's rock hard.
Made of rock.
Yeah.
We got to wrap this up.
Yep.
Mike Lawrence, we love you, buddy. You're going to be at Caroline's tonight through Saturday here in New York City. Caroline's on Broadway tonight through Saturday. Go see Mike Lawrence. You will not regret it. He is hilarious.
One of the best
New
joke
York.
writers.
Yeah, he's
Thanks,
incredible. If you're in Michigan, you want to head to Royal Oak because tonight through Saturday, Mark Norman is going to be at the Comedy Castle. MarkNormanComedy.com is the website. And, of course, MikeLawrenceComedy.com is the other website. And, Jim, you're headed to O-Town?
Orlando tomorrow, Saturday at the Improv, and then San Francisco, April 4, 5, 6 at Cobb's. Rochester in May at that Comedy by the whatever it's called, Carlson. And then
Good room.
Stress Factory Memorial Day weekend.
All right,
to
guys.
Bayonne.
Yeah.
You from Bayonne? What's that like?
The fucking worst. They are the worst. Fucking Wikipedia lazy cunts.
We'll see you guys on Monday.
See ya.
Bye.
Allah.